Yelling as I do not have to clock it. It one in the head, I do not have to kite. Try spot in the projects I made in my office. We deep in it, bitch, burning cake in this fire. Got Carters and cafes, I'm drinking on coffee. When I hit the east, I get treated like Gandhi. Keep us my circle, these niggas get mixed. Need some more riders, I'm trying to get busy. I need some more flour, I need about 50. To find a real nigga, I fit the description. Cartier bifocals with the prescription. Know about the growing shit, I don't have a wisdom. Count over 80 by watching the Simpsons. 100 by Ben on Lamar and the Ravens. We super strong niggas ran in Ravens. Stealing for cows, we push up and take it. Plug on deliver, he personally bring it. You need 100, then I can arrange it. Fucking on popular bitches who famous. Crib out of Milton with 30K vase. Before we gon' swipe, we gon' cover our faces. Fly for that bag, then it's off to the race. C4 with growers, I know. Walk on my trap and get slapped with a boat. Ain't got no love for no thought or no hope. He'll put that fight to a robber, I know. Yeah, I know. Ride with the cannon, I let the bitch blow. We having racks and the bitches, you slow. That boy be putting that shit on, I know. Ain't got no love for a snake to get murdered. Youngest with me, they gon' crash like a server. Them niggas throwed off, you know they berserkers. Weighing the Play-Doh, I eatin' a burger. Go hit the east, I get treated like Trump. Suck 30 pounds of the shrooms to the gump. Big money hit the rotunda for lunch, but the test was diamonds, you probably a flunk. Louis, New York, I get sent to the back. Exclusive drip, this is not on the rack. You smell this shit before it come out the vat. Used to give ball niggas shout out the sack. This shit is falling, zoom in on these diamonds. These niggas jealous, they hate it, we shining. Shopping in Frisco, I'm 49, I'm with a thick hoe, getting saliva. They tried to kill me, but I'm a survivor. Nigga try to steal me, I'm tapping his visor. This is a Cullinan, this not a Chrysler. I'm out in zone with peace out of Kyla. Shopping in Denver, right in the Shador. Rich nigga hit the grow house in Dior. Binary trigger gon' shoot like a fully. These niggas pussy remind me of Sooty. Before with growers, I know. Walk on my trap and get slapped with a boat. Ain't got no love for no thought or no hope. He'll put that fight to a robber, I know. Yeah, I know. Ride with the cannon, I let the bitch blow. We having racks and they bitches, you slow. That boy be putting that shit on, I know. Before with growers, I know. Walk on my trap and get slapped with a boat. Ain't got no love for no thought or no hope. He'll put that fight to a robber, I know. Yeah, I know. Ride with the cannon, I let the bitch blow. We having racks and they bitches, you slow. That boy be putting that shit on, I know.
Hacking this shit, stealing that info, 1% tint on my window, inside the coupe, blowing on endo, got cheap prices on real good outdoor. I was in the studio, I should get out more. I was in the truck, I should get out more. These niggas took me just like Elmo, feeling like the Rock. Serving people elbows, dark well money, free like a free throw. She done pop perk, now she in geek mode. Grand cool beam, put this shit in sports mode. Understand bad, 30 different zip codes. Little ass nigga can't handle these big lows. I ain't talking deal when I'm speaking on Frisco. Futuristic, I caught this shit Gilmore. Bought it from a German, I get it in crypto. Hacking this shit, looking out the window, burning on shirt. West Coast bimbo, I was broke a hill, I was in limbo. I just want to slice no bread like Kimbo. I'm part big rig at my house, then call the gang, hell empty it out. Now down bad, nobody held down. Labels off crime, so a nigga held out. If I go behind the walls, I'ma get bailed out. If you ain't tryna cop, we come same bout. Every time the gang come, shit sell out. Turn your music down when you pull in my yard. I'll put your nigga ass out on guard. Most of these niggas out here be fraud. Drive past the flash, so jumping like grass. I'll pull up in the range of a large, this curve. My 30 laptops in the basement hacking. VPN on it so the boys can't track it. Turning my son by the laptop to practice. Breaking them codes, my young nerds crackle. Shooting at Sap, can't wait these bill. Goddamn shoes just broken up scale. But baby mama just pulled up to the jail. She gon' make sure a nigga making it bail. I just made 50K from a gateway on cyberspace from an encrypted site. Damn, I'm loving the internet life. Clean finny wallet, couldn't tame my swipe. Swipe that root quit the other night. Then 2 hours later, swipe for a flight. Hacking this shit, stealing that info. 1% tint on my window, inside the coupe, blowing on endo. Got cheap prices on real good outdoor. I was in the studio, I should get out more. I was in the truck, I should get out more. These niggas took me just like Elmo, feeling like the Rock. Serving people elbows, dark well money, free like a free throw. She done pop perk, now she in geek mode. Grand cool beam, put this shit in sports mode. Understand bad, 30 different zip codes. Little ass nigga can't handle these big lows. I ain't talking deal when I'm speaking on Frisco. Futuristic, I caught this shit Gilmore. Bought it from a German, I get it in crypto. Hacking this shit, looking out the window, burning on shirt. West Coast bimbo, I was broke a hill, I was in limbo. I just want to slice no bread like Kimbo. I'm part big rig at my house, then call the gang, hell empty it out. Now down bad, nobody held down. Labels off crime, so a nigga held out.
No notification on the early. No notification on the earlier live. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I think YouTube got me in the it got me in that what they call that when you not a part of the matrix or whatever that is. You're not a part of the system that's going to perpetuate all the stuff that they want you to do to mislead people. You know what I'm saying? So they say, all right, man, we're going to punish you by not sending the notifications out. So I don't even get the notifications for my own shit. So, but it is what it is. What's going on? Come on in, everybody. Make sure you guys hit that like button. People will start seeing that I'm live, and then they'll come in like they always do. It just takes a little time to build up because I guess these notifications ain't going out. But come on in. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Costas, what's going on? Shout out to Great Polo. Moderators is D Walk. Pippi, Jonathan, Jordan, what's going on? Appreciate all the lives. Appreciate you for tuning in. We've been turning up lately. I've been doing a lot of more lives lately. One is just to keep my mind focused on things. I'm doing a fast of no food, just water. So I got to keep my mind occupied on things other than water. So other than food. So I can get through these days of just water and no food. So that's one reason I've been doing a lot of live streams, because once I get to cooking on a live stream, then that kind of occupies me to just reaching different people at different times of the day. So that's something else that I've been experimenting with as well. So straight fast, no intermittent, straight fast, just water. No intermittent, straight fast, just water. Just water. So yeah. So first few days are tough, but we getting through it. So I'm gonna try to go to the end of the week, and if I can make it to the end, I heard after the fourth day it gets easier. After the third day it gets easier. So hopefully by Thursday, I should go through all the agony of the first few days. And if it does get easier by Thursday, then I'll try to maybe extend it a little bit longer. But my goal is Friday. My goal is to Friday. So, and I'm still going to the gym. I actually went to the gym earlier, did my 2 hours of legs, and then did my abs. And then I didn't do the treadmill today. I did about 15 minutes on the bike. So really intense ab workout, really intense leg workout. Kind of did go heavy on the legs a little bit. I always hit shoulders a little bit. Did a shoulder press, sitting shoulder press. Yeah, and still got it in. So I'm just trying to get to Friday. So so yeah, come on in. We're gonna do a call-in show today, since I got requested to maybe add another one. So we're gonna see if we're gonna add one today, and see if people call in. Because a lot of people say, okay, they can't do Friday. So I said, all right, we'll do one earlier in the week and see how that one works as well. So man, link is pinned to the top of the chat. I'm gonna give it a little while because I know the notifications didn't go out. So we're gonna give it a little bit of time. Spoke to a repo tow truck driver this morning, and he said that he's never been busier in his 12 years running, averaging $1K per car paid by the bank. Crazy. Yeah, I know I've mentioned it a few times that, outside of credit card deficit being at the highest it's ever been, auto repossessions are at the highest they've ever been. A lot of these are due to people purchasing cars during the pandemic. You got to remember, the banks were just pretty much approving a lot of people for cars that they couldn't afford. They were looking at stimulus money and PPP money as income, which they shouldn't have, but they did anyway. And as a result of it, they were approving people for cars that they couldn't afford. A person walking a Chevy in normal times would probably only get approved for a Malibu, and they were driving off with a Tahoe. And just like I talk about with the box truck business, once the market corrected itself, and in that facet, the correction came once that money that they got ran out, and it was back to just normal of whatever their salary or whatever their income that they are earning, whatever job or career they're doing. Shit started to hit the fan, and that Tahoe note, they couldn't afford it. A lot of people that pulled up them Hellcats during the pandemic, they couldn't afford them Hellcats. Them Hellcats and the insurance on a Hellcat, to a person who's not making a specific amount of money may not be able to afford it. Most people that's got Hellcats is paying at least $1,000 a month. So, if you've never had $1,000 a month car note before because you weren't getting approved for that type of car in the past because you don't make the type of money, and then you go into the bank and then they approve you for $1,000 car and another $300 to $400 a month on insurance. A lot of people that was driving them cars, especially a lot of these young guys that you seen, like there's a grocery store that I go to not far from my home, and there were a few people that worked at the grocery store. One was driving a Hellcat, one had a brand new Corvette, and then another guy there had a Mustang. And I knew they worked there because by me eating organic, I'm in the grocery store a few times a week, at least 3-4 times a week. I don't fully stock my refrigerator because organic food kind of goes bad quickly. So I kind of go and get what I need for the day pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So, and I knew these were employees' cars because they would always be there. You got certain type of cars, you park them way in the back because you don't want to get door dings and stuff like that. Eventually I would see, the individuals coming to the car, so I already knew whose cars there were because I would catch the employees coming to and fro the car every now and again when I would pull in. These guys still work there, but I don't see those cars no more. The guy who has the Mustang, he still has his, but that Corvette is gone. The Hellcat is gone. And they were driving these cars even in the winter. Like it was snow on the ground, and these guys were driving those cars. I'm like, damn, these cars are rear wheel drive. Y'all, how y'all driving this shit in the snow? You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing a few winters ago, these guys trying to drive these Hellcats in the snow. One guy couldn't even get the damn car straight. He was driving sideways down the whole block. Every time he tried to straighten it up, he couldn't. And, you working at a grocery store, there's nothing wrong with a grocery store, but, you were able to get a specific type of car that I know the wages that grocery store is paying is not sustainable. Sure enough, these guys are still there, but those cars ain't parked out there no more. There's a lot of people that purchased Hellcats and were paying over sticker price for the Corvettes because they had just come out, right? That new body with the rear engine, and that was the hot thing back in 2020, and people were paying $50,000 over sticker for it, which is fucking ridiculous. I would never do nothing like that. And here we are today where, you got repossessions at an all-time high. It is what it is. But link is pinned to the top of the chat. This is a call-in show. Volume is a little low. That's because I'm not really speaking close into the mic. That's probably better, right? That's actually me speaking low. I'm just fatigued, so that's me speaking low. Yeah, so link pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you guys come on in. This is a call-in show. We're gonna wait for some people to come in that want to call in. What's good, Mark? Checking in from ATL. Shout out to you. What else we got? While we waiting for somebody to call in? I don't get it, man. Everybody says, Mark, I want to call in the next call-in show. Oh, wait, I got my notifications, or I got the whatever. Hit the subscribe. I hit the bell and whatever. It takes 20 minutes to start getting people to call in. I don't get it. Is the box truck market strong in the DMV or is it cargo van? Well, with the DMV, you got three metropolitan areas. You got DC, you got Maryland, Virginia. So I guess you got DC, Baltimore, and whatever that town is in Virginia that's close by DC and Baltimore. I don't know. I know they're kind of like within an hour apart, if I'm not mistaken, or at least what I can remember. Yeah, you got three major metropolitan areas. You should have some opportunity for some local work out there. All right, Ronnie, I got you in the back, but I don't see you. All right, there you go. Make sure you put your shirt on, man. But yeah, put you a shirt on before I bring you up here. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring you in, but you gotta put that shirt on. Get your shirt on, big dog. All right, we're gonna bring you in now. Oh, you shaving?
Yeah, I'm shaving my head.
Oh, okay.
And
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm here in San Antonio, Texas. How are y'all?
Bless, bless, bless.
So, I've stumbled across your YouTube videos, not even about 3 weeks ago. And I'm 49 years old, be 50 in October. Been in my job for about 5 or 6 years now. Drive a 26-foot bobtail truck delivering healthcare linen to
Wow.
hospitals and stuff. So a lot of box truck experience, a lot of van experience. I'm thinking about getting into the business myself. I've been listening to your baby steps. Um, I'm thinking about going cargo first to try it out, and then slowly move into the box truck business.
Hmm.
Capital, I'm banking off my 401k for my business capital to start the business with 10,000.
So you gonna pull out your 401k?
Right.
Why?
To start the business.
I'll circle back to that later. All right. What else?
That's pretty much it, really. It's all new to me, you know. You taught me a lot. I dropped all the other YouTube. Um,
Content
you know,
creators.
yeah, I dropped all that stuff when I found you. I mean, you're a blessing in disguise. So, just been listening to you on how to start a business and stuff like that. Haven't developed, somewhat have a business plan, but it's not fully developed yet.
Mm.
I'm not really wanting to use a 401k to start the business, but I kind of do. Maybe 5,000 instead of the 10 grand. My plan is October I turn 50. I plan on taking a week and a half vacation, 2 week vacation, rent a cargo van, and go try it out and see how it goes. And then I'm gonna make my determination if I want to leave my job, which I've been there for 6, 7 years already, in January of 2025, depending on how it goes.
What's the penalty?
The penalty for pulling out the 401k?
Mm-hmm.
No penalty at all that I'm aware of. I mean, if
There's
you
got
leave,
there's
you
got to
leave.
be there's got to be a penalty. You withdrawn from your 401k early. There's had to be some type of penalty. I would look
Even if
into
you
that.
term-
Hmm?
Even if you terminate yourself, I mean, it's the taxes that you have to pay.
Well, here's the thing. From not my knowledge, when you withdraw from your 401k early, and excuse me if I'm kind of mumbling and my words are getting mush. I'm just really fatigued.
Same here. I've been at work since 3 this morning.
Yeah. If you withdraw from your 401k early, in most circumstances, there is some type of penalty. Now I don't know what your financial situation is, but whether there's a penalty or not, my advice would be to figure a way of doing it without withdrawing from your 401k.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You know, if you
Yeah.
got some type of savings, or maybe I would even if you got some types of stocks or savings or something like that, I would try to go those routes before I do 401k or taking money out of property and things of that nature. I wouldn't
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't do.
really don't want to pull from that 401k. So I guess per se, after talking to my dad, he says you have a lot to lose with this. You're employed. You've been there going on 7 years in the business, fully vested 401k, medical, FSA, all that good stuff, right?
Mhm.
Paid weekly, paid weekly. Um, weekly salary is great. I mean, really great. Shoot, my weekly salary is 2,040 a week, gross,
two
just
thousand
off
dollars
of
a
linen.
week gross, just delivering linen for hospitals, right? To the hospitals, right?
Right, health hospitals, OBGYNs, clinics.
So let me ask you
Um,
this: you're grossing 8 grand a month. What's your living? What's your living expenses like?
after bills and everything, I'm left with 2,500 a month.
2,500 a month.
Yeah,
What do you own? You own a house or
mortgage. Mortgage is about 730 bucks a month.
where do you live again? That's cheap.
Yeah, San Antonio, Texas.
Okay.
We moved in with my mother-in-law. Uh, let's say about 12, 13 years ago, and she was renting this house for 30 years, man. And we
So
moved in and started fixing it up, and the owner offered to sell it to me on an owner
wait, wait,
finance deal for 50 grand.
wait. So you're married or not married?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You married?
Married.
You got kids?
Four. Yes, sir.
4 kids? They all grown and gone or no?
No, two here with me, two girls, 12 and 5, two boys from a previous marriage, 26 and 17.
So the 17-year-old, you still paying child support?
Yes, sir. That ends in
Okay.
October this year.
All right. So, and the house that you're living in now, you said this your mother-in-law's house?
It was my mother-in-law's house. She was renting it for
Mm-hmm.
30 years, and we moved in 12 years ago. And I started taking care of the home, improving it, landscaping and all that good stuff.
When you
The
say
owner,
she was renting it from somebody, or she was renting it out to somebody.
renting it from somebody.
So now you took over the rent, right?
Well,
You
we
bought
took
it.
over and bought it. Yes, the owner offered to
Okay.
sell it to me for
Okay.
50,000,
All right. So after
and
you pay up, go ahead. I'm sorry.
we got 6 years left on it
All
on
right.
the note,
So
15-year mortgage.
okay. So with all your expenses, you have about $2,500 left, right?
Right.
Why don't you save up, or I don't know what your savings are like, but if you have money left over every month, 2,500, I'm pretty sure you have a savings. Why don't you utilize your savings? And if you don't have a savings, why don't you kind of delay your whatever it is that you can kind of cut off, and maybe 4 months save up 10 grand and take half of that and follow the plan that you said you had that you wanted to do with tapping into your 401k. I mean, if you got $2,500 at the end of the month to save, then that's just 2 months of saving. So you'll be able to jump into this thing and follow that blueprint sometime in June or July. Or you can save up 4 months and you save up 10 grand and just take 5 of it and give it a try.
And I appreciate that. So yeah, I haven't even started. Next month I wanted to work on getting the LLC. I haven't done none of that stuff yet. LLC, DOT numbers and all that good stuff. Here, I haven't even done that yet. But
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get all that stuff so that the authorities could start aging
Mm-hmm. You can do
by the
all
time
that.
by the time
You can do
October came.
you can do all that. I mean, it sounds like you're making great money. It's people that's
Yeah,
in here right now as a box truck that's not making what you make, working for themselves. So what I'm saying to you is, and what you're saying you have left over at the end of the month after you pay all your bills, you can easily invest into this business on your own. You don't need to withdraw from your 401k. Oh, we lost him. All right, if you're in the chat, call back up. Oh, there you go. Yep, we lost you for a minute.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Yep. Yeah, so you can you should be able to get this thing started with cash.
Yeah, and that was 2,500 is approximate, and I'm thinking, expenses, groceries and gas, let's say 500 a month, but I think that might be exact, to be honest with you.
500
So
a
I'll
month for
say,
groceries? That's it?
no, I'll say groceries and gasoline, whatever the kids need.
That's it? God damn, I'm doing something
I'm trying to
wrong.
run it. I'm trying to run it tight.
It's just me, and I spend about $150, $200 a week in groceries. And
Organic,
it's just
right?
it's just me. Yeah, but I mean, god damn. 500, and you got a
Um,
wife and kids, and you added fuel to the mix too. God damn. I gotta
yeah,
figure.
I'm trying to run it tight. I'm
Where you
not saying
shopping
I'm
at?
not the smartest.
Where you shopping at? Aldi's or something?
No, we have a local supermarket here, HEB. It's
Okay.
pretty good prices, but one thing I learned from my mom is keep your pantry and your refrigerator stocked. That way you're not going in there every week spending hundreds of dollars, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I kind of live off that motto, and talk to the wife. She knows how much I want to do this, and just try to cut back, man.
Well, it sounds like you got the plan to, cut back and delay things. So I don't understand why you wanted to go and tap into your 401k.
Well, my whole thing. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
You don't know my name? I thought you
I
said you
think
watched my content. You said you dropped everybody else once you found my channel. How you don't know my name?
yeah, yeah, I did, but I
Oh
get
man.
so caught up.
Oh man.
You tweaking.
You tweaking, bro. My name is Mark.
I get so caught up in your dialogue. It's mind blowing. I stay focused with that. I take notes. Just forgot the name. I think it's Mark.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
but I just get so caught up in there and listening to your dialogue, and I love when you get into people's butt.
No
Hold them
Diddy.
accountable.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No Diddy. Hold on. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop. 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 No Diddy. Ain't nobody getting in nobody's butt. Okay.
Hold them accountable, right?
No, all right. Say that. Say that. No
Yeah,
Diddy on
hold
that, man. No Diddy. Pause.
them.
Pause. 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 No Diddy. Pause. Pause. No Diddy.
Yeah,
No Diddy. Diddy.
yeah.
No Diddy. 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 Whoa. Whoa.
Hold them
Whoa.
accountable. Hold them accountable.
Whoa. Whoa. Chill. All right. All right. Hold them accountable. God damn.
But
That was
I think
crazy right there.
I'm confident with the knowledge I have in the business that we do now. We're not just dropping off linens. We have to manage their inventories. Do Q&As with customers. Doctors and stuff like that. And the customer service is real big for the company that I work with. Us being customer advocates. So, we're not just going in there dropping off your stuff. Here it is. We got to manage inventories, upsell, all that good stuff, which is preparing me for this trucking business. We do marketing, we do all that good stuff. Um, I just think I'm ready.
So you gonna leave this job to go start a cargo van business? This is what you telling me?
No, not right away. That's what I want to do. I'm going to
Uh,
be 50 years old. I want to
okay.
do that,
So let me
but I'm
ask you
gonna
this:
go out. I'm gonna go
why?
out in October.
Why?
I want to work for myself, and I see how valuable I am to this company.
All right. So why
You
do you want
know,
to start? Let me ask you this: why do you want to start your own business? Now we got to cook.
to provide a service.
You
I
you
believe that
finna you finna be 50 years old.
right.
Now I'm finna cook.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I ain't hit my disclaimer. Give me 1 second. I gotta hit my disclaimer. I don't
No,
know
you
why I
ain't
ain't hit
gotta
my
do that.
disclaimer. No. I gotta hit my disclaimer. I forgot to hit it at the beginning of the show. Hold on a second.
Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say viewer discretion is advised.
Nothing but you look rough. I said, I know. I feel
All right.
rough. Babe.
You ready to continue? We got the disclaimer out the way. All right. So check this
Yeah.
out. You 50 or you finna turn 50 and you want to start a box truck business, right?
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. All right. So we just setting
Not-
the we setting the landscape. You make $2,000 a week gross, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I asked you, why do you want to start a business? And your answer is, say it again, one more time.
To provide a service that a lot of these customers or clients are missing out on. You know, I believe that a lot of people that jump into the business, and this is just me, I could be wrong, they're not providing a service. Yeah, they can go pick it up, but what are you providing something else other than just going to pick up these loads? Are you doing marketing? Is there care with the dialogue that you have with the recipients? You know, all that stuff.
What lane do you want to get into in box trucking?
I want to go OTR,
You want to go OTR?
but like I
And
mentioned
you,
before, I
and,
want to do
go ahead.
I want to do cargo van first in October when I turn 50. I want to try it out for a week, maybe 2 weeks when I'm on vacation to see if it's really for me, OTR.
All right. You haven't done much research, have you?
Just listening to you, no.
So you want to do OTR in a cargo van. So hold on. So you basically want to leave your job to make less money.
No, I don't want to leave my job right away, Mark.
No, I get it. But if you
I don't
want to
want,
do OTR, if you want to do OTR in the cargo van, basically what you're telling me is you saying, hey, I'm finna turn 50. I don't want to make $2,000 a week. I want to make less. So let me leave my job so I can go make less money. That's basically what you're telling me. If you want to leave $2,000 a week gross with benefits to start a cargo van OTR business, you're telling me you want to leave $2,000 a week plus benefits. You got a 401k, obviously, that you got 10 grand already in because you said at first you wanted to put 10 grand out. To leave that, I'm just setting the tone to come and make less money. So you just want to make less money. I rarely hear somebody say they want to make less money. So that's just
it was
it's
more
kind
of
of
just
fascinating to me.
it was more of just a feel of getting my feet wet out in the business. The money would be with the box truck. So the investment in myself and the company was just to get my feet wet, go out there and see what it's like. I really don't want to rent the box truck because how expensive it is. I'm gonna need to buy one straight out. So that's why I said cargo van to start, get a feel for the load boards, all that good stuff
All
for
right.
the 2 weeks.
So
And then,
what do you think? Okay, you understand the difference between a cargo van and a box truck, right?
of course,
What's the major difference between a cargo van and a box truck?
size, lift gate.
All right, so with that size, right, you're limited in a cargo van as far as your earning potential because you have less capacity to haul things, right?
Right.
Cargo van, My opinion. It's my honest opinion. There's people that run OTR in the cargo van. There's people in here, there's a creator in here right now that does it. And you're in Austin, Texas.
San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas. You want to leave San Antonio, Texas, in a major metropolitan city. San Antonio, Texas is what number largest city in the country? Do you know offhand?
No, I don't.
Let's find out.
I know Houston's larger than San Antonio, and Houston and Dallas.
You said San Antonio, right?
Yes, sir.
This city, San Antonio is the 7th largest city in the U.S. So you want to take a cargo van coming out of the 7th largest city in the U.S. and go over the road with it. When you're in the 7th largest city and the opportunity, there's probably plenty of opportunity locally for you to make money in a cargo van. You'd probably be better off staying local in a cargo van than attempting to go over the road.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Makes
And the reason I said cargo
Go ahead.
van was just to get my feet wet with load boards and stuff.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But the opportunity is going to be scarce. You may rent that cargo van for a week and not get a load at all. There's a content creator in here that was stuck in Alabama all last week waiting on a load.
Really?
Capacity. Listen, there's a hierarchy in trucking.
Yeah.
There's a hierarchy. At the top of the hierarchy is a semi-truck.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Space.
Could pull the most capacity.
Most
Under
weight.
that is a box truck. I look at a box truck as something that just takes overages. Cargo van, I look at that as something that takes overages as well. Things that probably couldn't fit on the semi-truck, but too much for a box truck. They push it off to a cargo van.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have people that are working out of their own personal vehicles.
Yeah.
So you're going to rent something with the uncertainty on if you're going to even be able to book anything because you don't have the capacity in which most brokers are looking for to begin with. It's like a specialty type of thing. So why even take the time off of work, take money out of your, because this was your plan originally when you came to talk, take money out of your 401k on some shit, excuse my language, that may be a waste of time and money to begin with.
Yeah.
This is why I said you haven't really done too much research. You need to do research. Now, I asked you, right? We're going to cook for a little minute. We ain't going to cook for too long tonight because I want to see the Lakers, all right? I got to go watch the Lakers, all right? I asked you, why do you want to start a business? And you said to provide a service. And that's great. It's great. That's fine. That's dandy. All of that. And then you said something about, you feel like, say what you told me again, just one more time.
I feel like on the customer service end that a lot of clients that, a lot of the drivers deliver to, they don't provide that extra customer service.
So you said a lot of the OTR guy, because you want to go OTR now, right?
Right.
You saying a lot of these OTR truckers that you see, they don't go above and beyond and provide that extra level. So that's why you want to start a business.
Right. I want to start the business to provide that service that I believe that
and that's great. And that's great. But guess what? Nobody cares. Ain't nobody care. What Deion Sanders say? Ain't nobody care.
He said the recipient don't care?
Ain't nobody care. Ain't nobody care.
As long as they get their stuff.
That's your reason for starting a business, to provide customer service? I think that's a bad reason to start a business. I think the number one objective on starting a business is to make money.
Of
My
course.
main objective is going to be to make money.
Of
Yeah,
course.
of course, customer service is just going to be a part of my business model because I want to provide great customer service. I want to be efficient and all those things that you want to do so that you can keep business coming in, you can get recommendations, referrals, so on and so forth, repeat customers, right? Keep an inflow of
Right.
business coming in.
Right.
But that's why I asked you 3 times, because I wanted to make sure that you knew what you were saying. I wanted to make sure I was receiving it right. Your main objective should be to make money. Listen,
Right.
you're
Well,
leaving a job that pays pretty well with benefits. That's income. You're willing to leave income to go provide better customer service because you see other people not providing customer service? No. If you're looking to run OTR, you're really doing B2B work. You're pretty much doing B2B, backing into a dock, them loading the truck for you, driving somewhere, backing into another dock, them unloading the truck for you. It's pretty much cut and dry. Your main objective should be to make money.
right.
Period.
Right. Make money. So with making money, all of those other pillars fall into line with making money.
Yeah.
On-time delivery, customer service. I apologize. I didn't say it that way in the beginning, but yeah, that's in the same pillar.
Not really. See, because my goal is to make money. Everything else is gonna fall into place. Whatever
Fall
I
into
gotta do
place.
to make money, be cutthroat, underbid you, undercut you, whatever that entails with me starting a business, I'm gonna do that off of GP. But my
Yeah.
goal is to make money.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
I'm not finna start no business so I can out customer service the other guy. I'm not trying to out customer service this. Like, ain't nobody.
Well, if you service somebody with customer service, right, and you go make a delivery, you're at that point B that you mentioned, right? You're at the dock. That's your opportunity to market yourself
Here's the thing.
to that recipient.
I understand if you're in a business where you're doing like more personalized work, right? But you're in
Right.
trucking. You're in a marketplace.
hmm
Your objective, there's other objectives that you got to meet before you can even service your customer. 1, making money. 2, outbidding your competitors. You want to run OTR. There's other objectives that are in the way before you can even get to the point of providing service. You should already provide customer service, great customer service on GP. When the person loads the truck, make sure the load is strapped down, make sure your truck is clean. This is stuff that's just pretty much null and void. We don't even have to talk about that. If you're a business person, you're going to make sure your truck is clean, you strap the load down, you care for the customer's product. That's customer service. Right. You're going from dock to dock. It's not like you're running a moving company where you got to go in and actually greet that personal customer, make sure your hygiene is good, you're neat, you got your uniform, neat, clean, professional, wrap people stuff, handle things with care, and you're crossing the customer's path throughout the day, and you're just pull it into a dock, them loading the truck, make sure the truck is cool, it's clean, strap the load down, drive the load from A to B, drive with care, stay under the speed limit. Get to the other place, greet the person. Hey, I'm here to deliver here, blah, blah, blah. All right, pull in door number 55. All right, ma'am, you have a good day. Get the paperwork signed. Let them unload, sign, pull out. That's it. All that's off GP anyway. Your main objective coming into this business should be to make money. Any business, I would think, should be to make money.
Right.
Do you understand what the earning potential is with a box truck?
Yes and no. I've heard you on several of your videos. You know, man, I don't remember the numbers, but it hasn't been good lately.
Let me
You
ask
got
you
some
this.
bad. You have some bad weeks. You have some good weeks.
I want to circle back to why do you want to leave your job?
I want to work for myself. You know, I have a lot of. Long story short, the service that I provide at my job and the income potential that I have at my current job is unlimited because of the sales that we do. We get commissions off of that. You grow the route by new business, new accounts, ancillary products. You know, you get commissions off of that. Since I've been there for 6-7 years now, I've been top of the class every year, every quarter. So I'm out here providing this service. I'm over meeting my expectations every quarter.
That's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do. And I'm doing that, but I'm seeing the light in these customers' eyes when I'm servicing them. Like, why can I not do this for myself and make money?
You can do it for yourself.
I'll tell myself that. What's stopping me from not making money for myself?
Ain't nothing stopping you.
Financially is the only thing stopping me. Credit
You sure?
is the only
You
thing
sure?
stopping me.
You sure about? You said you at the end of the month you got $2,500 you saving up every month. You say you've been on the job 6-7 years, so you should have a nice little nest egg.
I just start saving that, man, like last month.
Here's my thing with you. Just listening to you. Starting a business is fine. Going off on a limb. Clearly, you still have a lot of research to do, but you have to understand that. You know, I don't like when people say, okay, I want to leave my job because I want to work for myself. If I'm working a job, I want to leave a job to go make money. I want to make more. I'm not going to leave one thing to
Well, I
go
did
make
say
less
make money.
to go make less money. I hear what you said, but you said you want to provide better customer service. I'm not leaving a job to provide better customer service. I'm going to provide customer service just off general principle, right? I'm leaving a job to run it up. I'm
Right, make
leaving a
money.
job because I see an opportunity for me to advance financially.
Right.
I'm not leaving a job to go out customer service the next person. I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to do anything that it takes to beat you. If me and you were in the same business, in the same market, I'm going to beat you every day. It's my goal to get up to tear your head off every single day because you're my competitor and we're competing for that same customer day in and day out. We're in the same market, in the same industry. Every day throughout the day, there's customers scrolling down the yellow pages or scrolling down Google when they're Googling whatever it is business we're in, scrolling through Thumbtack or whatever. We're competing for that same customer every single day. So it's my objective every single day to beat you. They can only choose one.
Right.
So providing customer service, being efficient, providing a great service, it's off general principle because this is how I'm going to continuously beat you. Why? Because they're going to go write a beautiful review. They're going to tell their family. They're going to tell their friends to call Mark and don't call you. Don't call you. What's your name? Hold on.
Ronnie.
What's your name? Ronnie. Don't call Ronnie. Call Mark. Mark is better than Ronnie. So I'm doing that off I'm doing that off GP.
Right.
The money, me coming in with the objective to make money, these are the things that is going to enhance the ability to make me make money and beat you every day. I don't need to leave to go do that. I already know I got to do that anyway.
Right. That's your GP. That's under your pillar. You're going to provide all that to make that money. That's
You
in that
damn right.
whole balloon, Mark. I just didn't say that out front, but I mean, yeah,
Well,
that's in the whole balloon.
that's why I asked you 3 times, but you said to provide
Yeah,
better service. Because I see these guys out here, they're just not providing good service. Man, I don't care what they provide. That's better for me. I'm coming out here to make money, man.
exactly. When you're making money and wanting to make money, you're providing a better service.
The service gonna be better off general principle.
GP.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. See, you shouldn't
Yes,
have to
sir.
worry about that. That should already be implanted into your mind that you're gonna come out here and outwork everybody.
And it is.
Your objective should be making money, making more 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 money, and making more money. How can I make more money? Can we got a 10-mile radius? Can we go an extra 5 miles to a 15-mile radius so we can make more money? The
Yes,
work
sir.
is going to be the work. We're going to provide that service anyway. We're going to knock you out the park. We already have the skill set.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to figure out how we can increase the money.
Yes, sir.
$50 years old, and you want to stop and start over.
Not right off the bat, Mark. Remember
What you
October.
what?
Remember October is the where I'm trying it. So
I,
the let me say this out. So don't rent a cargo van, right? Don't rent a cargo van. Just rent a box truck.
I'm coaching you. See, here's the thing. Just because you want to get into box trucks and I create content about it, don't mean that if you're telling me what you want to do and it don't make sense to me, I'm gonna still coach you into doing it, even though I know it may not be the right thing for you. I'm not an individual like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I wanted to get to know you. You got a wife. You still got 2 small children that live at home with you, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So you understand that leaving that $2,000 a week gross with benefits to enter into something that's very risky, and me asking you these other questions to see where your mentality was at, because you're gonna come out here and there's gonna be a guy like me that's looking to knock your head off. That's a big risk and a big sacrifice that you're going to be taking, that you're going to be making when you have other people that are dependent on you.
Yeah. My dad tells me that all the time.
Okay,
but it's
your dad is right.
But where do you start, Mark? If you want to be in business for yourself, just hear me out.
I hear you.
If you want to be in business for yourself and you want to make money, where do you start at a person? I'm going to be 50 years old. Do I just stay at this job and keep pushing on?
Here's the thing, man. I feel you. And I'm going to give you the harsh reality.
Okay.
Don't take offense to it, but just listen to me.
Right.
You're 50 years old. Life is about choices and decisions.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
You may have aspirations to start a business at 50, but you have to understand. And see, a lot of people ain't gonna tell you that. They're gonna tell you to hit the link and buy their coaching shit. They not gonna care about what you just told them and your family and shit like that. They just gonna see you as food and say, yeah, we can help get you set up, and then this shit don't work. Everything that I'm telling you, you need to hear. And it sounds like what I'm telling you, you keep saying, man, my father told me that too. I'm wise beyond my years. All right, listen to me. You have 2 small children and a wife and responsibilities. You have something that pays well and provides you with benefits. You come out here, it's a risk every single day. Now, if you were an individual who was just maybe you, or maybe just you and a wife, or maybe just you and one kid, maybe that would be different. Each additional part you add, it makes the job a lot more riskier, because now you're in competition. At your job, you're not really not competing. As long as that company stays afloat, stays in business, you go to work, do what you're supposed to do. Nothing is guaranteed, but it's a little bit, in your situation, a little bit more, I would say, safe in comparison to come out here and have to compete day in and day out. They're going to be away from your family, right? You may get out here and see that being away from your family, you can't take it. But now you've already done left your job.
Mm.
Not only are you done left your job, you realizing that you have to stay out longer and further because coming home more often is detrimental to your OTR business. What does your wife think about this?
She's very supportive of it. Before I got into the business, this linen business, I was in the oil field, and we would work 14 days on and 7 off. And, money was great and all that stuff, and she was supportive of that. Everything worked out, but it did suck being away from the family.
Boom. So it sucked being away from the family. So
it sucked, but we did what we had to do.
It's going to suck being away from your family in this situation.
Already did.
And you're going to have to compete every day. It's going to be a guy like me out there that's looking to tear you off. Check this out.
Right.
And I'm looking to do it purposely because we're competing for the same loads.
Sure.
It's not my job or other people's job to care about your wife and your kids and your family. It's like I say all the time, and people get mad, but I say it because it's reality.
Right.
If I'm your competitor and we're going against each other for loads, I want to see your kids' ribs touch. I want them to starve.
Yeah.
This is the industry.
Right. Yeah.
So that means you're going to have to compete harder because a guy like me, I don't have the responsibilities that you have. I don't got. You ever watch that picture, Sons of Anarchy?
No.
Imagine going up against a person that's a competitor that don't have the responsibilities that you have.
Yeah, he can be out there for months on the
family.
Time.
And this is your competitor.
Yeah.
All he is focused on getting the money. I don't have to lead a road. I don't have to do nothing. And this is your competitor. And there's people out there like this. Not you got some good old boys that's still out there. They truck is their castle. Yeah. They don't even have a home to go to. They home is right back there in that sleeper berth.
Yep.
Now I'm not saying this to scare you.
No,
but then again, I'm listening to your situation. And I'm giving you the reality of what it is. So now that you have that, so that you can have both sides of the equation. I want you to know the good. You obviously doing the research, right? But I also want you to know what comes along with it.
Yeah.
So that you don't, because I've seen a lot of people in your situation that have this idea of leaving their job because they want to work for themselves, which I don't understand where this comes from. And there's nothing wrong with entrepreneurship, free enterprise, but no one can seem to answer the question the right way. No one has a solid answer a good answer on why they want to start a business.
To make money.
Well, you saying it now because I already schooled you on it.
Well, yeah, to make money, work for yourself. Keep
talking. I'm listening. I just gotta keep talking. I'm listening.
To work for yourself and make money is the whole objective.
And how do you feel like that's going to advance your family going forward?
I'll wait till you come back. Okay.
I'm listening. I can hear you in the headset when I walk away. It's wireless.
I'm gonna have to get running here in a little bit. The wife and kids are calling me, but hopefully I can catch you on the next live.
See, that's what I'm saying right there. What's gonna happen when
But
you on the road? What's gonna happen when you on the road?
and let me tell you this, Mark. Um, the thing that scares me, Mark, about this whole situation at our
Yeah.
company, we have company standards. We have numbers that we should be hitting every quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And they put it out there, if you're that low performer, the companies are asking us, what are we doing to improve you? What is he doing to hit his numbers?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, for instance, I don't hit my numbers in 2 or 3 quarters. What's going to happen to me? I don't know that. That's what I'm afraid of. I enjoy what I do. I enjoy
Mm-hmm.
the income. But what if I do not hit my numbers in 3 months?
So
3 months
so
straight.
so you and okay, so let's say you come out here in the business and the economy gets worse than it is now and you're not able to compete, or it's harder for you to compete. It's gonna be the same thing. And I'm not saying don't do it, but what I'm
Hmm.
saying is you think you work really, really hard on your job right now?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now amplify that times 10.
Mm. Yeah, and I'm already putting in
No.
13
Okay.
hour days.
You're
Yeah.
gonna put in 14 running your own truck. All right.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
you're gonna work 10 times harder.
Hmm.
Because every decision is based, you got to make those decisions. You don't have no HR, you don't have upper management. Whatever arises, certain problems that arise there that aren't,
Hmm.
a part of your scope of work. At
Yeah.
5 o'clock, you punch out. That's not my problem. You go home, you don't take those problems home with you.
Right.
When you run a business, especially as the owner, every single little situation is your problem. So I'm
Yep.
not saying don't go do it, but based on the conversation that we've had, I think there's a lot of learning that you have to do, a lot of thinking. You have
Hmm.
to really do a more deep dive analysis on this industry and the different sectors of this industry. I think the original plan that you have, just based off listening with the cargo van and I think that throw that shit in the garbage. Throw that whole plan in the garbage and start
Okay.
over. You need to watch more of me. You need to do your own research, and you really need to do a deep dive analysis of this industry. And then once you do a deep dive analysis, you compare and contrast the different sectors of box trucking and you decide which one you want to fall in. Then you need to do a compare and contrast of that lane and sector and your job career that you're in at the moment. Weigh the pros, weigh the cons, and then make a decision. I'm not the
Yes,
person that's
sir.
going to say, come on in and da 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 because I create this type of content. I'm not that type of individual. I'm not
Yes,
going
sir.
to, if I honestly think that you'll probably be better off staying at your job, I'm going to tell you that. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying? You know, I'm going to tell you that, um, because I'm just not that type of person, man. I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? So
No, yes,
I
sir.
I
That's
I
what.
I think what you got going on is great. You're making X amount of money a week. You have benefits. You obviously said you got at least 10,000 because you said you was willing to put at least 10,000 out of your 401k. And you're telling me you're able to save $2,500 a month.
Yes, sir.
I think in comparison to a lot of people that I talk to, that's exceptional.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir. I mean, it makes sense, Mark. I'm just so worried about it was put out there to all the customer advocates with this new year. The company wants you to start hitting your numbers every quarter. And if you're not hitting your numbers, what are we doing to help you hit your numbers? And if you're not performing, they want us to find somebody else.
well, that's any job. And here's the thing: if you're not performing in this business, the business is going to correct you out of the business as well. That's anything. That's anything. So this is why I'm having a conversation with you. This is why I'm
Sure.
having. That's why I'm educating you on business because I could tell your mind frame isn't there yet. You have to get your mind frame there. Have a reason why you come into business. Understand when you come into business, you're taking a way bigger risk. Come in. I'm inviting you in. I'm not saying don't do it, but just based off the conversation, I think you have a lot of learning and growing and research and educating yourself to do. Because I've seen a lot of people like you quit their jobs with a family, come out here, and it was something that is like they got hit. It's like they got hit with a baseball bat in their gut.
Yeah.
It smacked them, and then they wasn't expecting because they watched so much. Like you said, you watched a lot of content, but then when you found me, that different perspective, and it was like made more sense. You say you stopped watching other people. So many people listen to information that can be misleading, and it can sound a lot better than what it is. Once you come into this business and you do see levels of success, it is a beautiful thing. But you got to break through. You got to break through that wall. That's the hardest thing. You got to break through the wall. You got to get over the wall, and it comes with a lot of sacrifice and a lot of hurdles. And I prepare people to break through those walls and get over those hurdles, right? But it may not be for everybody. Some people's situations are different. So I just want you to know that while before we part, because I want to put something in your mind to think about.
Okay.
Do your word search. Take that plan you had, throw that out. You're not OTR in a cargo van. That's not for you. You're gonna make less money than what you're making now.
Okay.
Axel is in here. He sat in Alabama in a goddamn swamp for a week waiting on the load. He had the deadhead all the way from Alabama back to Ohio. Why? Because you're competing against people with bigger capacity. Yes.
Yeah.
Cargo van. And here's the thing. You're in San Antonio, the 7th largest city in the country. There's plenty of opportunity down there for you to run cargo van shit locally. Why are you trying to take a cargo van over the road? It makes no sense. And you're in San Antonio. Where's Tesla at down there? Is that San Antonio or is that Austin?
It's in Austin. It's about an hour from my house.
You got all these people that are getting hired, corporate people that have been relocated down there. What they call it, Giga City or some shit like that, Gig City. You got all these people coming down there. There's plenty of opportunity because all those techie people, they order shit online. There's plenty of cargo van opportunity, grocery delivery, all types of shit you could do down there locally. Why are you trying to take a cargo van over the road like you live in goddamn Montana? Like, come on, man. Like, you got a lot of research to do.
It was more just like OTR, yes. That's where the money is at, because I've heard you say that before.
No, you didn't heard me say that. That's how I know you capping, because anybody that's in here watch me they'll attest. Mark ain't never said OTR where the money is at. They'll tell you where I say where the money is at. So either you getting me confused with somebody else or you is capping. You capping. Mark ain't never said that. Mark ain't never said that. Mark ain't never said OTR is where the money is at. Anybody in here that watch me, they'll tell you when Mark say where the money is at. I say it every single day. Been saying it since day one.
All right.
Can somebody let Mr. Ronnie know in the chat where Mark always say where the money is at? Please. Please in the chat. Watch the chat. Watch the chat start rolling.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. Although I can't see the chat, so I don't know how to do that. But I can.
You gotta turn your phone. You gotta turn your phone horizontal, and then you'll be able to see the chat. Yeah. Oh, you probably got the landscape locked. All right, so Mark is the money in a box truck. The most money you're gonna make in a box truck is moving. I always say that. I've been saying it since day one.
Yeah, I've heard you say that. Moving.
That's why I come from.
Yeah, the moving thing. That was a very interesting topic.
Yeah. So, but we know you ain't gonna do moving. You 50, right? So you 50. All right. We gotta face reality here. All right. Face reality. All right. Boom. So, OTR is cool, but a lot of sacrifice come with that. A lot of strategy comes with that. Partials, things of that nature. But I think your plan, and I know you got to go. I hear your wife nudging at you in the back. I think your plan, I don't think it's solid. I think you need to toss that plan and do more research and
Mark, can I say something real quick?
sure, yeah.
Um, I had mentioned the cargo van, and I had thought about the box truck, but seeing how expensive it was just for a week to rent that box truck.
What's expensive to
And
you? What's expensive?
I went to Enterprise, and the young lady there sent me a quote. She told me it was going to be $1,800 for the week. And I forgot the mileage. I'll be lying if I told you, but it wasn't unlimited mileage.
She told you 1,800 for a week.
Yeah,
You know why she
but it
told you
wasn't.
that? You know why she
And it
told you
wasn't.
that? If she told you 1,800 for the week, you know why she told you that?
Because I'm new.
She said, "Oh, we got us one."
Yeah, I'm new.
The conversation that you went to her was similar to the conversation that you had with me. She saw that shit was sweet. She said, "Oh man, he's sweet. We got us one."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not to have unlimited mileage either.
You're
I'm
not,
like, man, this is crazy.
hold on. You're not getting unlimited mileage in 2024. This is back in my day. Those days are over with.
Yeah,
Those
I just
days
said
are
that's
over.
crazy.
Those
like,
days have been
man,
over.
they're gonna charge you for mileage. I was like, damn.
Wait. $1,800 a week. Are you sure she said $1,800 a week?
Yeah, she said $1,800 a week.
Oh, she said, "Oh man, he's sweet." She said, "He's sweet. We got us one. We got us one."
Oh yeah.
He
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
definitely.
new. He ain't talking like he know a lick of anything about anything. He talking about a bunch of nothing that don't got nothing to do with anything. She said, "We got us one. We want to hit him. We finna see if we finna get him." This is what she said. She
Yo,
said,
goof ass. Goofy as hell.
that's what she said after she talked to you, that she could tell you $1,800 a week. Are you sure, fam?
I'm sure, man. But the conversation was so quick. I should have went up there by myself. I went in there and I had the wife and kids in the car. I just dropped into the Enterprise. I was like, "Hey, listen, how much for a box truck?" And she reeled me, and you're gonna start your own business? Like, yeah. Like, that's where she got me.
You took the wife and kids up there with you, fam?
No, man, not inside the building. They were waiting in the car. We were just driving by. I said, "Let me run in here real quick and talk to her." So while they waited in the car, I went up there. "Hey, how much for this box truck?" And I'm like, so yeah, it was just, can you send me a quote? And she sent me a quote by email. She wouldn't even tell me how much it was up front. She just sent it to me by email.
Did you tell her you was starting a business? Was it a commercial quote or a household quote?
Commercial quote.
You sure?
Yep.
Did
She sent it to me in an email.
And how much was the mileage?
I don't remember the mileage, Mark. It was in the email.
I'm curious, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can locate that, and I'll try to get it to you some way. But yeah, it was $1,800, and then I just got to thinking. I'm like, okay, well, we drive these diesels every day. I see how they break down with the DEF exhaust thing because people don't regen them and stuff like that. All just the maintenance that comes with it. I'm like, man, this would be the way to go.
I don't think that quote was structured right. I think it was not structured right because you didn't go in there and you didn't present yourself with the correct verbiage in order for her to structure the deal properly. So there's something that wasn't structured right in that deal. So that's not what a typical rental truck is going for in today's times. You're looking more somewhere between $600 to $1,000 a week on the high end now. You know what I'm saying? 1,800 is, I don't know, something ain't right about it, but I would have to look at it to see what structured into that deal to get it up to that.
Yeah,
point.
Mark, it's attractive to rent it just to see, all the maintenance that comes into these box trucks. I mean, we drive those every day on our route. Just seeing, everything that breaks down, and we go take them to Penske because we lease our fleet and we don't have to worry about it. But man, I mean, gosh, the maintenance and just the cost, man, to rent one of those. I'm not a fan of it, but I'm a fan of them, taking care of the maintenance.
You sure that wasn't $1,800 a month, man?
Mark, man, I have to locate that and get back to you, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you
I
gotta
have to
know these.
locate that.
You gotta know these things, man. You have to know these things. You gotta
I
know
thought
these things,
I
man.
thought I was going to be better prepared. I wasn't expecting you to take my call right away when I was shaving my head. I just clicked the button. Let me see
You
what
hit the
happened.
link. I didn't hit the link.
Yeah,
You hit the link.
I didn't think it was going to answer me. I really didn't.
I answer
Yeah,
everybody. You think
I was
you
I
think this
was
the Kendra?
thrilled, man.
You think this the Kendra G show or some shit? Like I got 7,000 people watching, 100,000 people trying to call in at one time. No,
Man,
we talking about box trucking. This ain't no big niche. This is a very small niche, man. If you hit the link, I'm bringing you up.
man, it's been a pleasure, Mark. I really want to talk to you some more. Next time I talk to you, I'm going to have all my facts written down, and we can dive deeper when I get a little bit more time. But I just really appreciate you setting my head straight tonight and painting the picture for me.
Think about it, man. Do a compare and contrast. Start back from the drawing board. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will.
All right,
I
man.
will, and I will get back to you.
All right, man. Be well.
Okay. Take care.
Later.
Later.
All right, let's call it one. One down, maybe two more to go. All right, who's next? Who's next? Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. How's everybody doing? See, all right, we got more people in here. Shout out to Great Polo. I see Axel has joined the chat. I see Ibrahim is in here. Lou Jackson has made it in here. 50 dump truck. Night Owl Nonsense said he just traded in 2 zero-turn lawnmowers and landscape trailer for a 2005 F-350 dump truck. He's ready. Okay, so it looked like he exited the landscaping business to get into the junk removal business or the demo business. I see Fonzo is in here. All right, link pinned to the top of the chat. Let's take another call or two, and then we're going to get out of here so we can go watch the Lakers game. Lakers come on at 9, so we got about 2 more hours. Link pinned to the top of the chat. All right. I outperformed my dispatches. I dropped them plus the hour expenses. Let me see. Someone lead me in the right direction. Head the Great says, can someone lead him in the right direction for box truck dispatchers? Where are you at in your career? You got to hit the link, man. We need to talk to you. We need to talk to you, Head the Great. All right, who's next? Link is pinned to the top of the chat. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. We'll take probably 2 more callers. Moving Company Hustle said Lakers getting smacked. Yeah, they probably going to lose. They probably are going to lose. Oh, that's right. You from Denver anyway, so y'all won the chip last year, right? So y'all probably go back this year. Y'all probably go back this year. Yeah, come on at 9, so got a few more hours. All right, who's next? Link pinned to the top of the chat. This truck is the pilot. Everyone running their trucks. Too much action. I see a lot of people was at Tracy Jones in the chat. What's going on? Shout out to Willie Wilson. What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? Link pinned to the top of the chat. right, so this is a call-in show. If you got questions, you got to hit the link. We're not answering no questions out the chat. That's the rules of the call-in show. When we do Q&As, that's when you can ask questions in the chat. Call-in show, there's a link that's provided. It is in the chat. I see Pippi just put it in the chat. It's also pinned to the top of the chat. The rules of the call-in show is to click the link. This is where I provide free of charge coaching. We listen to what your plight is, and we coach you to success. Sometimes the information we give you may not be the information that you're expecting to hear, but we're going to always give you the best case scenario for whatever your issue is. So hit the link so we can get the ball rolling with the second caller for the evening. Not so much junk, mulch, stone, dirt, etc. I do seal coatings. Be done on the side. Hello. Okay. There's a lot of money in that business. I was in the dump business for about a year. And it was very profitable. Very profitable. It's just the guy that I partnered with turned out to be a lunatic, so. Willie Wilson. Okay, I thought this was gonna be potential Mayor Willie Wilson. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing well.
Good, good. Yeah, I just got a few questions for you, man, if you don't mind.
Sure. Shoot.
I had a problem with my box truck back in been about a year ago, in the Columbia, South Carolina, OTR. And I mean, I'm getting it fixed now. I've been out the business for like 8 months, 9 months, somewhere right there. And I'm getting ready to get back in, get the transmission, everything put back in. So I don't know how the freight been running since I got out of the business and what you prefer.
What I prefer or what you prefer?
I mean, what I prefer.
Okay.
I mean, cause you know, the thing is, I've been out. I don't know what the freight like and everything like that.
You got
And I know you was
find.
talking about. I know you was talking about, you know, moving. See, I'm 58. You know, I ain't gonna be doing a whole lot of moving furniture.
So you've been out of the business for 8 months, and you ain't been staying abreast of what's going on out here?
Well, I got a dispatcher, and he would kind of tell me freight wasn't that good at, you know, probably about a couple of weeks ago. So, but still, I just want to kind of
when you say freight ain't that good, what you mean by that? The rates ain't good, or the
the
volume
rate,
ain't good, or what?
the rates ain't good. The rates ain't that good.
That all depends on the individual. So what were you doing
Okay.
prior? What were you doing prior to your truck breaking down?
OTR. I was over the road. I was running the East Coast. I was running from Philly, Jersey, all the way down to Georgia, coming back up Tennessee.
All right,
And
let me ask you.
that's go ahead.
What?
And
When did
that's
you?
the way I was running. I'm
When did you
located in
start?
North Carolina.
When did you start your box truck business?
Uh,
Was it sometime between
Early part
2020
of
and
22.
2022?
Yes.
What type of truck do you have?
I got a 26-foot box.
Your make and model?
Lift gate. It's a 2011.
What, international?
And Freightliner.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing about it, man, I don't know, should I talk about the repairs and stuff on air or what? Because you know, when I got towed off the road and everything, I mean, what should I not?
It's your story, man.
Oh, okay. But still, you know, I mean, but it's your show.
Hey man, hey, you up here, dude? It's open. It's
You
a
know.
open floor. Go for it.
Yeah. So I was coming from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I'm listening in the
I had
headphone. I'm just
one
gonna walk. Just tell the story. I'm listening. I'm just gonna walk away. Go ahead.
okay, and I had a breakdown in Columbia, South Carolina. And when the breakdown happened, I got towed to a Freightliner place. And they kind of railroad me out of a large amount of money. That's why it kind of took me so long to get my truck back running like it's supposed to have been. And so what I'm trying to do, man, well, I mean, I'm in the process of getting it back going now, but I could have had it going a little earlier than what it did. So now what I'm trying to ask you, man, I'm not just asking you about the freight and everything now. Um,
So when you said they railroaded you, what you mean by they railroaded you? How what was wrong with the truck?
well, they said they could fix the truck to the Freightliner in Columbia, South Carolina. They said they could fix the truck, and they had me to send them $2,000. I sent the $2,000. Then they gonna tell me they can't fix the truck. They would have to put another transmission in there, And I'm saying, well, why you tell me this here? Why didn't you tell me that before I send you the down payment? You know, and then they
Okay.
held my truck. After I got somebody to pull my truck from Columbia, South Carolina, here to Greenville, North Carolina. They tell me, no, you owe me $700 more. So then now they held my truck hostage until I was able to do that.
This was a Freightliner.
And so, yeah, the Freightliner dealership in Columbia, South Carolina.
Okay. So you
And
sent them the
so,
700.
excuse me.
You sent them the seven
Yeah,
hundred.
yeah, I sent them. I sent them the 700. That's the only way they were going to be able to get my truck off the yard. See, the guy that was
Uh-huh.
going to pull my truck, he was already there. He already had the truck jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
So what they doing is, and now if he would have dropped the truck, they saying now we're going to charge you for every day that we don't, every day that we keep your truck.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my truck paid for. So when you doing a deal like that, you don't want nobody to do that because they could put a bill on you that you wouldn't be able to afford, knowing you only been in the business 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
but
he get.
anyway, I got the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I'm listening.
So I got the truck here. I got the truck back here in Greenville, North Carolina. Now I finally got a transmission, everything for it, and get ready, get right back on the road. Um, and I already know what the money was like, man, when I was out there. And for anybody that want to do the box truck business, you like you said, man, it's a lot of sacrifice, man. When you out there doing that OTR, it's a lot of sacrifice. But hey, if if you're willing to do it, you could do it.
Okay.
But
What's
I like it. That's why I'm getting back out there.
all right? What's your question?
Well, my question is, I was just trying to figure out what the freight was like over period of time since I ain't been out there.
About the same as it was when you left.
Okay.
But I mean, you asking me about the volume of freight, or you asking me about the rates?
Yeah, because I heard the rates had dropped down, even like from Amazon. Um, I had talked to a couple of people and they were talking about the rates, but see, they local here. They don't go OTR. They don't go over the road. They just do local.
Mm-hmm. What's your cost per mile?
And
Well, what was your cost per mile when you were running the
I was at
last
least
little?
trying to stay with 195 to
No, no,
to
no.
$2.
What was your cost per mile when you were running that last little stint when you was running?
That last load.
No,
Now, when you say your cost per mile,
the last
that
stint, your last stint you was running, whatever that stint was,
mhm,
however you calculated your cost per mile, weekly, monthly, or whatever, however you did it, whatever the last stint was, what was your cost per
mhm.
mile?
It was $2.
So your cost per mile is $2. You sure?
I'm positive.
All
Yeah.
right. So
See, I had took loads less than that though.
hold
You
on.
know.
Hold on. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna cook. We're gonna cook. We just turning the stove on and we putting the olive oil in there. We finna cook.
Okay.
You better believe
Okay.
we finna cook. I'm just getting the olive oil out the cover and I'm spraying it on the skillet so we can cook. We just setting it up.
Gotcha.
We just setting up the skillet. And you said your cost per mile was $2. Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you
I mean,
calculated,
because
right?
I have took less now. Now don't
Hold
think
on,
because
we gonna get to that. Hold on. We're gonna get to that.
Okay,
We're gonna
okay.
get to that.
But
Hold
yeah,
on.
I always try to take a load, about $2 a mile.
Hold on, we're gonna get to
Okay.
that. That's when we start
Okay.
throwing the ingredients in the skillet. We ain't got to that point yet.
Okay.
Still got the skillet heating up. Let the skillet heat up.
Gotcha.
So you got a 2011 truck.
Yeah.
That's paid for. Now it was paid for 8 months ago, right?
That's right. That's right.
You bought the truck in 2022. How much did you pay for the truck?
I paid about $20,000.
All right, you paid $20,000 what month in 2022? You don't remember when you started your business?
Well, when you get your DOT number, before you get that, you gotta get your insurance, and then you gotta wait that 21 days. You see what I'm saying? See, I'm just trying to give you
When did you buy your truck?
It probably was around March. I'm gonna say March or somewhere around there.
The first truck that I ever purchased was October 13th, 2013. Now I was running before that, but the first truck that I ever purchased that wasn't around that I purchased was October 13th of 2013. It's 2024, and I know that. Why? Because that date was a momentous day. That day is a holiday. That was the first day Mark ever purchased a truck. How do you not know that?
It was probably Labor Day. That was something. Yeah, it was somewhere around there, man.
Somewhere around where? Labor Day, you
March.
said, of 2022? March of 2022.
No. I'm saying about March of 22.
March of 22. And you paid it outright, right?
Yeah.
All right. Your truck broke down what month in 2023?
Probably about. It broke down. No, it broke down in January the 7th of 23. January 7th, 23. They pulled it from.
That's longer than 8 months. You say your truck been broke down 8 months. It's April of 2024. January 2023 is almost a year and a half ago.
I just put a transmission in there,
Hold on.
But I'm just ain't on the road yet.
Let's slow down. Something ain't adding up.
Okay.
You said the truck broke down 8 months ago. 8 months ago puts us back in like September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. So August of last year is 8 months ago. August, September. But now you're saying it broke down January of 2023.
Yeah, it broke down January 2023. They pulled me off I-85.
So your truck been broke down a year and a half. That's not 8 months.
But yeah. I would have had it fixed way before then, man. Like I said, man. But go ahead.
I'm just trying to set the timeline because first you said 8 months, but now you're saying January 2023. That's a year and a half, damn near.
Yeah.
So was it 8 months or was it a year and a half ago?
It was January 7th.
So about a year and a half ago, then, not 8 months.
Yeah. No, not 8 months.
All right. So you got your truck March of 2022, and it broke down January of 2023. So you've been out of the business for over a year.
Over a year.
All right. So you're saying that your cost per mile from March of 2022 to January of 2023 was $2 a mile. What was your insurance cost?
7. It was $724 a month.
And what other costs did you have fixed or not fuel? What other fixed costs did you have? Fixed costs, not variable costs.
I mean, you had everything for the truck. You had your insurance. You
You
had
gave me you gave
your
me your
fuel
insurance.
mile.
You gave me insurance. What were your other fixed costs? Fixed costs. Fixed costs.
Um, it was all just the basics, but other than just the insurance,
All right.
that's
So
all you
here's the
had
thing.
basically.
How was your cost per mile? $2.
Excuse me.
How was your cost per mile? $2.
How was it?
How was it $2? I don't understand that. You bought a $20,000 truck that you bought outright. You still got to recoup the
Hmm.
money from that purchase, but your insurance was very, very low. So I'm trying to figure out, if your fixed costs are extremely low, how is your cost per mile extremely high?
I mean, you always try to get back. You
What?
always try to when you just starting a business, you trying to do the very best you can to get back.
To get
Knowing you
back?
just put the money to get back.
To
You
get
don't
what?
charge $2 a mile.
Mr. Willie Wilson.
What is your cost? What
Mr.
is your
Willie
cost per
Wilson.
mile? Yes.
My cost per mile is $0. I asked you, what's your
Is
cost
it?
per mile? Yeah, my cost per mile is
Yeah.
$0. What's your cost per mile? What was your cost per mile?
And I just told you.
And I'm asking you, how was your cost per mile $2 when you have very low overhead? How is your cost per mile so high when
I
your
mean,
overhead is low?
you still got, and see, at that time, fuel was high. Fuel was almost $6 in Philadelphia. You can't cost the fuel. I went to
Once again,
Philadelphia and
Mr. Willie Wilson,
I was at
I'm
a
got.
Pilot J. Go
Mm-hmm.
ahead. I
Mr.
was at
Willie
a
Wilson,
Pilot J.
you
Go ahead.
talking to Mark, the mentor.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you don't remember fuel as being high during that time.
Yeah. What they got to do with your cost per mile being $2 when you got a truck that's paid for, even with you adding what you need to recoup into your fixed cost, and a very, very low insurance, which I understand why your insurance is low, and I'm not going to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
How is your cost per mile so high?
I didn't thought that's high because that was the cost per mile was going at that rate during
That's what
that
the cost
time.
per that's what the cost per
During
mile
that
was
time.
going for. What they got? What you mean? That's what the cost per mile was going for?
Oh,
What, like
it wasn't going for that at that time.
you can get cost per mile off a shelf or something?
No,
What you
you
mean what
can't.
it was going for? So I'm trying to figure out, what was it going for? What your cost per mile got to do with what the cost per mile was going for?
That's what I'm saying. Because you have to make money, aren't you?
Yeah, you got to make money. Let me
So
ask you this.
if you ain't out to make
You asked me a
money,
question.
what are you out to do?
You asked me a question. We got to get to the answer, but first we got to do the
That's what I'm saying.
we got to do the prerequisite to get to where we need to get to. Do you understand
Okay.
what cost? Do you understand what cost per mile is?
Well, whatever you're gonna travel per mile, aren't you?
I
You
asked you
don't
what your
add that
cost.
up.
I asked you what
I
the
told
cost
you
per.
it was $2. My
All
cost
right,
per mile was close to $2. I
and
try to
based
stay within the $2 range.
and based off the information that you gave me, that doesn't make sense. You have a very low fixed cost. I know people that are paying truck notes. I've done cost per mile. People paying truck notes, higher insurance, that don't have a $2 cost per mile. You don't have half the fixed cost that they have. And I'm trying to figure out how your cost per mile is so high. You don't understand what I'm saying, which
No,
leads me to believe. Hold on, we're gonna get to it. That's
go
why
ahead.
that's why I'm educating you. You said that's what the cost per mile was going for, as if cost per mile was something that you can just pluck off a shelf, or is that just something that you charge a customer? A cost per mile is how much it costs you to operate your vehicle. It's not something about what it's going for. Everybody's cost per mile is different. It has nothing to do about what it's going for. A cost per mile is what it costs you per mile to operate your vehicle. I said vehicle because I wanted to sound like I was from the South. I said vehicle. Your cost per mile, based on the information that you gave, was not $2 a mile. That's something that you plucked out of thin air and said, my cost per mile is $2 a mile. That's the first thing. We're going to get back to it. Now, you said something that you said you took loads for less than $2 a mile, right? You were getting into that and cut you off. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I'm just saying, when you call the dispatcher, he'll because he already know what my cost was. And then he'll probably see me somewhere. He'll say, well, Willie, it's kind of slow in this area, but kind of low. They paying $1.70, $1.80 a mile, whatever. Come on, let's go ahead and get this here, get you out of there.
And you took it,
And
right?
that's what we'll do.
So let me ask you this.
I took it.
Check this out. If your cost per mile is $2 a mile, which it wasn't, but you thought it was, so we just going based off what you thinking it is, why would you take something for less?
I mean, for some areas, it's kind of hard to get out of.
Why go there?
I mean, if they say give me the right amount of money, I'm gonna go. I might have to sit a day.
So you gonna go somewhere for the right amount of money and end up giving that money back and probably more to get up out of there, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
So let me ask you this: what sense do that make?
It don't make a whole lot of sense. But see, I was out there to make money.
So
but
how you gonna make money if you paying to run the load?
Yeah. You correct.
So your question to me now is what the rates looking like out there. They looking the same way. The question is are you running effectively? Do you know what your cost per mile is?
I may not have been running effectively.
You don't know what your cost per mile. You don't know what it costs you to operate your truck. You don't know. Every single question I asked you led to the answer that you don't know. Right? In order for you to succeed out here, you got to know what it costs you to operate your truck. Period. You're not in the business to pay to run your truck. There's no sense of doing that. What was your next question?
No, that was the question there, bro.
That was the question?
Yeah, that was the question.
Were you profitable when you were running your truck, when it was working?
Oh, yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
Operating, taking loads.
I mean, because most of the times I'll leave on Sunday. I'm back on Thursday. Or I leave Monday. I'll be back on Friday. Because like I said, I just ran up and down the East Coast.
Do you understand the formula to calculate your cost per mile?
I mean, if you got one, you could help me out.
Yeah, I got one. I just want to know, do you know it?
I might not know.
You
No,
don't
I
know
don't.
it. So that means you
No.
don't know your cost per mile. You never knew your cost per
Mhm.
mile. So you were just taking loads with the
Yep.
understanding that you don't know if you were making money or losing money.
Mhm.
That's the answer I wanted to hear, because that's their answer. And you got a dispatcher, and your dispatcher never asked you what your cost per mile was so that they can find you loads, profitable loads based on your cost per mile. Your dispatcher never asked you, or did they
Mm-mm.
ask you? Okay.
No. Well,
Give me a
yeah, he did. When I first got him, he said, what was your cost a mile? That's where we got to it. You know. Now, and then he add up the miles that what I was traveling per mile. That's where he'll let me know about this the $1.90, $1.70 or whatever per mile. But
So
see,
what?
in the deadhead, you don't get nothing for deadhead.
Here's what I'm telling you. Your truck is an asset for you to make money. It's just like if I own a restaurant. Let's look at it like this. I got a restaurant, right? I sell a hamburger, right? The price that I sell the hamburger for, there's a lot of things that are included for me to come up with that number, right? The cost that it cost me to produce that hamburger, and then I have to add some type of profit on top of it, right? Right. If I got pickles on the hamburger, tomatoes, lettuce, cheese, the buns, the wrapper, the bag that the hamburger goes in, all that is included in the cost. There's a reason why it's only 2 slices of tomatoes. There's a reason why it's only a slice of lettuce, 1 slice of cheese. The burger, if it's a third of a pound, a quarter pound, a half a pound. The buns, how many buns do we get in a package? Divided, how much does that cost divided by how many buns? The wrapper, the bag, whatever all that cost, that's how much it costs to produce that burger. The taxes, the profit. This is how I determine how much I can charge a customer for that burger, because I first got to understand how much it costs me to make it. I can't just have a restaurant and sell a burger for $1 because I want to sell it for $1. It may cost me $1.15 to produce the burger. You get where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with your truck. All the costs that are associated with you owning and operating your truck, you have to calculate that. The number that it totals up to be, that's how you determine how much it costs for you to operate your truck. Now you know how to go out there and compete. If it costs you $1.50, let's say, I just want to make the math easy. Let's say $1. Let's say $1.50. If your cost per mile is $1.50, you shouldn't take anything less than $1.50 because you're operating in the red. It defeats the purpose of running a business. You should be looking for things that are more, right? Now, there's other little tricks of the trade that are a little bit more advanced that I can get into, but I'm not going to get into them because I don't think you're ready for that, right? That you could take loads potentially for less when you're talking about partials, but I don't deal with that. So I don't present that type of content, right? But before you can understand that, you have to understand the basics. If I buy for $1, I sell for $2. If I buy for $1, I may sell for $1.50, depending on what the competition is like and how I'm competing in the market at that particular time. But if I buy for $1, I'm not going to sell my product for 80 cents because I'm losing 20 cents on every single piece that I sell. And now I'm operating in the red, and that's not what I set out to do.
Mm-hmm.
I set out to operate in the black. So it's very important that you understand how much it's costing you to operate your vehicle, because you're never, if you don't know if you're making money or losing money. And in most cases, a person that doesn't know what it's costing them to operate their truck, more times than not, they're losing money.
You right.
So,
You right.
so I have a video, really simple, really basic. Like I made it really, really basic. It's not even 2 minutes long. To help you calculate your cost per mile. I think you should watch it, and that way, when you get your truck back, whenever you get it back, I'm hoping you get it back soon. You can calculate the cost per mile, and you can provide that information to your dispatcher. Now, if your dispatcher never asked you for your cost per mile to begin with, you need to fire that person.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have no interest in your success. For them just toss you loads without even saying, all right, we can provide you loads. What's your cost per mile? Then you need to get rid of that person. You just paying them for nothing. I think you paying them for nothing anyway. You can save that. What you paying them, 10%?
No, 8.
You can keep
I
that
was
8%
giving them
in
8.
your. You can keep that 8% in your pocket. But that's neither here nor there. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
focus on your cost per mile. Now, as far as the rates, similar to what they were, but you don't know if you won't be making money or losing money because you don't know your cost per mile. That's why it's important that you know your cost per mile. It's very important.
Okay.
You got any more questions for me this evening?
Nah, but I appreciate you.
You sure? Seem a little
Oh yeah.
little perplexed a little bit. You good?
No, 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 no. I'm good. I'm good. Believe me.
All right, Mr. Willie
Yeah, I'm
Wilson.
good.
You have a good evening.
All right, you too, bro.
All right, later. All right. Who was that I saw in the back real quick? Was it Box Truck Ant or Box Truck something? I saw in the back. I let up and then they closed out. You can call back up. Box Truck. It was Box Truck something. Box Truck something I saw that called in. You can go ahead and call back now. The line is open. Let me see. Was it Box Truck something, man? I saw you in the back. But no, go ahead and call back in. He thinks rate per mile mark. Y'all was saying he thought rate per mile. I don't think I seeing y'all comments now, but I don't think he understands either. And based on the conversation, I don't think he understands either. All right, whoever calls in next, this is gonna be the last caller of the evening. We taking one more. All right, we taking one more so we can go ahead and do what we gotta do and get ready for this Lakers game. All right, one more call. I know I saw somebody in the back, but they closed out. So whoever calls in next, one more and we done for the evening. All right. How you doing, sir? I'm doing really, really well. How can I help you this evening?
So actually, I had a few questions. The next few weeks, I'm probably going to be getting a 3500, and I seen you've been talking a lot lately about the curbside,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was just wondering a few questions on like, do you have to age your MC? Do you even need a MC? And what are some of the like better carriers to deal with?
Where are you located?
Right now, North Carolina.
All right, so there's quite a few carriers that you can deal with. Some 3PLs, because you said you want to do curbside, nowadays are requiring some level of experience, right? A la an age authority. Some may want 6 months, some may want 9 months. So it all depends on the 3PL. Um, you said some of the better. What are you trying to come in with, a cargo van or a box truck?
No, I was trying to see if I could just go with like an enclosed trailer or something like that doing curbside.
No.
Can do it.
Mm-mm.
Can do it. So
Nope.
you would probably say like stick to doing either moves or like junk removal and demolition, stuff like that.
Uh, yeah. What you got? Like a 7x14? What's that? What you got? 6x12 or 7x14 or 8x20 trailer?
Gotcha.
Hello, can you hear me?
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I guess he didn't hear me. I guess I didn't give him the answer he wanted to hear. How you doing?
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
What's going on, man? I got a question about opportunity with Hub Group doing final mile delivery, installing appliances in homes. They say
Okay.
the pay scale is between 28K to 4K weekly.
28K?
And it's
Or you mean 2800?
not 2800. I'm sorry, yeah, 2800. My fault.
You got to turn the music down, big dog. Can't really hear you. You in an Uber or something?
Babe, turn the music down a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I'm gonna call my wife and son.
All right. So you said 2800 to 4000 a
But
week,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
What market you in?
I'm in Chicago, Naperville to be exact.
Oh, you here? Okay.
Yeah.
You in Naperville?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's your question then?
My question is basically, are you familiar with doing services with them yourself? Like, are you
With
familiar
Hub,
with doing the
with Hub Group?
appliances with Hub Group?
Not with
Yeah.
Hub Group, but the actual doing the business. Yeah, did it for many, many years.
Okay. Got you. Um, yeah. This was curious to get to know something to see if you did it with Hub Group specifically, or you did the
I haven't done it with Hub
installing
Group, but
appliances.
yes, we done installing
Well,
appliances for many, many years. Yeah,
it's
you
a
kind of freezing
two-man
up.
team. For.
You froze up for a minute. Say that again.
I see it. They say it's a two-man job because it's
Yeah,
installing appliances and pulling in, heavy equipment.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, I'm just basically, just trying to get an understanding of, you know, uh, how I should plan going into it. If I'm gonna do it, I know I need to know what the numbers gonna look like because I don't want to jump into it and not knowing, you know, if it makes sense, financially.
But they gave you the numbers. You
So
said 28. You said 2800 to 4000 a week. Those the numbers.
yeah, they gave me the numbers, but I still have to count in, the insurance for the truck. You know,
Hmm.
if I'm gonna rent the truck, what that would be weekly. what I'm gonna have to pay the the helper and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta run those numbers to see if it really makes sense. That's what I think.
Yeah, you would have to do your due diligence on that prior to coming in. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, I can. What question you got for me?
Okay. Okay. That's all I really. Only question I really had, bro. Just want to see if you had a specific experience in doing it with them, and just get your thoughts on it. See if you thought it
I
was a
mean,
good deal, good move, or not.
what doing it with them or doing it with anybody? It's the same thing. Appliance delivery and installation is appliance delivery and installation. I've never done it with Hub Group. Hub Group is kind of a new type of acquired company type thing, but I've done it for a multitude of different companies. So yeah, I have a lot of experience in appliance delivery and installation. So I thought maybe you had a question pertaining to that. I mean, if you've done it for one company, you've done it for
Oh, okay.
all.
No,
It's just,
no.
some companies just pay different. You got a different sliding scale of pay than others. But if you've done it for one company, you pretty much done it for all. So what you ain't got no question though? You ain't really
Okay.
asked me nothing. You ain't asked me
I
nothing.
I I actually do got another. I do got a question. Matter of fact.
Uh-huh.
So when it comes to the stability and consistency of having a box truck business, what would you say? Is it consistent? Is it stable? Because I've heard on one of your videos you said some contracts are seasonal, right?
I said
Um,
some contracts are what? Your phone
so
kind of broke up.
you said that some contracts are seasonal. I think you said with US Pack. That's what you said it about
Are seasonal?
with that company. I think you said it was yeah, as far as the word.
Yeah, you got some contracts that are seasonal. You got some contracts that hire uh for seasonal opportunities, but as that season wears down, they don't get rid of everybody because people uh are onboarding and people are offboarding, right? So once you work your way up to seniority, so let's say for instance for like Home Depot or let's say Lowe's, this is their busy season, right? Because they got outdoor um things that they selling now, patio furniture, gazebos, umbrellas, just outside things for the yard, all right, topsoil things like that. So their 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 volume of sales go up in the spring and the summer because of that. Once this season ends in September, they start laying, well, I don't want to say laying people off, but the volume of freight goes down, right? Because now the spring and summer season is over with, and now they're just focusing on deliveries for things that people order online that are inside of the store. All right. So that overflow or overabundance of people that they hired to meet the seasonal demand for outside stuff, since that's wearing down, they don't have the opportunities for that many vehicles, that many trucks no more, right? You might have came in February or March to help meet that seasonal demand, but there may be people there that had seniority that have gone. So you're working your way up. Now, as people start to phase out and demand starts to diminish, they're going to start cutting those routes that are at the bottom and work their way up. As long as you have the seniority level, you'll still be fine because they still have plenty of things that need to be delivered that are sold online that are based out of the inside of the store. Now, there's other seasonal opportunities that are just seasonal. If you're doing like Christmas tree delivery, yeah, that's an account that you're only going to do for a week. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing, let's say, pumpkin delivery, then that's something that you're going to do for maybe a month or so. So there are other special contracts that you may get that may be one-off contracts, right? So yeah, there are some seasonal. Hey,
Uh-huh.
bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't hear you, bro. So I can't talk over the
You
music,
can't hear
man.
me?
So yeah, the me,
All
I
right.
no offense. I mean, but if you talking to
Nah, it's
me,
good.
is
It's
music
good. It's
playing in the
good.
back. I can't. I can't do it, bro.
Nah, I get you, bro.
So, sound like somebody hating on your dreams, man, in the background, big dog.
I appreciate the quiet.
No problem. All right, we're gonna
All
talk
right,
another
man.
time,
Blessings,
bro.
peace.
All right, later. All right, it was one more person that came in the back when he came up. I'll take you since you called in at the same time. Cut the music up on Big Dog. Big Dog trying to talk about business and better stuff. She cut the music up on Big Dog. Cut the music up. This man talking about trying to get information to go make money. She cut the music up on him. God damn. All right, man. Who was that other person that who was that other person that called in when he called in, man? This is the last one, man. This is crazy. What up? What up? What up? What up?
Yo, Mar, what's up with it, man? I've been watching your channels, man. How you doing, man?
Bless, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, listen here, man. Wanted to ask you a few questions because I'm located in Alabama. So, right now, I've been doing my research lately on like pretty much like how big the market is out here.
Mm-hmm.
And from what it looks like there's some contracts, like some local contracts, and there's some over the road contracts opportunities as well, when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
final mile delivery and expedited delivery. But my question that I had wanted to ask you, because you talked about seasonal contracts. So where, like, I know you were saying something about Lowe's and Home Depot, is something that people would do for the summertime and, springtime. But how about for the fall time and wintertime? What would be some contracts that you would think about, like some type of freight that you would think about during the fall
Well,
time?
I wouldn't come into business thinking about seasonal contracts. I would come into business thinking about what's going to keep my truck rolling all
Okay.
seasons.
Okay. Okay. Right. Right.
Certain seasons may open up opportunity for more people to come in, and then once you get in, so let's say for instance, you've been trying to get a Home Depot contract,
Right.
September, October, and they just didn't have nothing. Okay, so now we come into seasonality where we come into the spring, summer. So boom, you go to Home Depot, you go to Lowe's, you see
Right.
outside that area outside where they got all the soil and all the garden tools and shit, and it's always packed because people want to plant their gardens, they want to host outside events in their yard. So they pushing
Right.
gazebos, they pushing umbrellas, they pushing patio
Mhm.
sets, they pushing patio chairs. All that volume of freight goes up in the summertime. So now they got to bring in more service providers. This presents you with the opportunity to get in. Now, once you get
Okay.
in, it goes to
Mhm.
when we talk about compete, because you're gonna have people that were already in there, right? And now
Right.
you got to
Right.
compete to get to the top. You're gonna have some people that are gonna off board, and that's gonna obviously push people up to the top. But once that season is over with, it's gonna go back to normal. So that
Right.
excess, if we had 10 trucks on and we brought an
Mhm.
additional 10 trucks on for the season, now we running 20 trucks because we running a busy season, spring, summer. When
Right.
that season ends, we finna offboard 10 trucks. So you want to make sure you're at the level of seniority and you're outworking people so that when they say, all right, which 10 we gonna get up out of here?
Right. Right.
You don't want to be
Right.
one of those 10. So those are just seasonal opportunities that present you with an opportunity to get in. Then once you get in, you got to
Right.
compete.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
Now
Okay. So
there
I
are
get what you're saying.
there's seasonal opportunities that you are one-offs. Like I used to do Christmas tree deliveries. I
Mhm.
had this contract where they would send me a bunch of Christmas trees and we would do those. But that was a 1 week thing because these were live trees. They would come straight from the tree farm in Michigan, come here to
Mhm.
Chicago. Once the semi truck got here, we offloaded
Right.
700-800 trees, and then we got to start delivering those trees immediately because they live. They got to go in the water, right?
Okay.
So that's
Yeah.
something that's seasonal, but it's a 1 week thing. See what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So you want
So
something that you're gonna have
like yearly round, like
all
full
year. That's what you should
year
be
round.
shooting for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you should be shooting
Right.
for. What's your next
Right. And
question?
like
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
so like
sorry.
do you no, 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 you good. So when you talk about yearly contracts, like what companies out there that we can pretty much sign up for or apply for? Like, do you know any like besides like T-Force and some of those other companies that you was talking about signing up with to get contracts with? Is there any other contracts out there that would do yearly contracts within my area? You would think.
You said you in Alabama. What part of Alabama? Huntsville?
Yeah, Huntsville. Yes, sir.
Um, hold on a second. So
Okay.
you trying to do curbside? You said a big and bulky.
I mean, like I want to start off as my own owner operator to where I kind of learn and adapt to the industry on my own and get everything down packed on my own. But I am in the process of building my company to like a big motor carrier services. So I want to have like dedicated trucks, dedicated routes. You know, like I want to have it set up to where it's big and bulky, like you say. So you know,
So you basically want to start with just you and your truck, right?
yes, yes.
How long have you been running, or are you even running yet?
I'm not running yet at all.
All
I'm
right,
not running
so
it yet.
it's certain companies that you can do like with big box retailers, but then there's also uh larger freight companies that you can get with and run mixed pallet freight,
Pray, pray
doing
with.
deliveries to homes and curbside delivery to homes and docks and stuff like that. So one of them is R&L carriers. They're very hard to get into. It
Okay.
does require you to have 9 months authority. That's
Okay.
one. Pays exceptionally well too, but it's difficult to get in there. A lot of the guys that get in there on the box truck side, they don't let that opportunity go, right? Because it does pay very, very well. So that's
Okay.
why the opportunity is not presenting itself that much because people kind of get it and stick with it. Um, on the other side, as far as big box retail, I saw Brandon in the back. You can call back in. I'll bring you up. As far as big box retail, you got Home Depot, like we talked about. You got
Lowe's, yeah,
Lowe's. There's a company.
Staples, Office
Well,
Depot, all of them.
those are more for cargo vans.
Right.
Capstone has an opportunity for local work for a 26-foot box truck, dealing with like the
Right.
United States Postal Service and some other uh, contracts. US Pack has
Okay.
opportunities. AIT may have some opportunities for one man. Uh, T Force, T Force. You know what? I don't even know if T Force don't even have Home Depot in some markets. But more
Some markets.
AIT has it. So look at AIT worldwide.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, because I'm planning on
so
starting from cargo vans, by the way. I mean, I had one to tell you this. So, because I
oh well
know, like,
then yeah.
like from where the market is, with everything being
uh,
so high, gas being so high right now, I
yeah.
think this would be my best bet. So,
Cargo Vans, T Force, Waco, Capstone, US Pack. Maybe you want to look into some medical supplies and make sure you download all the apps so you can have something to kind of supplement that income when things don't balance out for no dedicated routes.
okay, all right, that sounds good, man. I already got my authority. I'm still in the process of getting it established right now, but that's what I'm kind of looking into. I'm trying to get my price strategy down to where like I know my actual cost per mile,
Mhm.
rate per mile and all that. But once I get all that taken care of, then that's what I definitely be in the process of trying to, you know, um, book pretty much. It's like
O-
some local contracts. So. Oh yeah,
Okay.
but yes, I appreciate you for answering my questions, though, man. I mean, I've been watching you for the past, I don't even know how long, for the past year or two. I mean, I've been watching you for a long, long time, and I've learned a lot from you. So I do appreciate you for for getting on here and just pretty much giving out the game and giving out the sauce for everybody, because everybody don't deserve it, and it's not too many people out here that think that this trucking shit is peaches and cream. Like they, so I totally get it. I know, so.
I
But I
appreciate you,
appreciate you.
man. I appreciate you for
Yes, sir.
watching. Appreciate you,
Yes,
dog.
sir. No problem.
All
All
right,
right.
later. Yep. Yo,
How you doing, man?
what's going on, man? How you
No,
feeling?
sorry, my connection sucks. I'm kind of out in the boonies right now, man.
Where you at?
Right now I'm in Florida. I'm working in Florida, but I live in North Carolina. I work on the road, doing
Okay.
directional drilling.
Okay. I can help you.
Yeah. So back to what we was talking. I had saw after it froze up on me that you were asking the size of the trailer. So at this moment, I don't have the trailer, but I'm just trying to do something for a side hustle while I let the MC age, and then probably get into box trucks. And I know you love the moves, man. You love the moves. So I was thinking that would be a good way to start. I could just use a regular truck with it, So figured it would be an easy way to get in.
So you saying you don't have the trailer yet?
No, I don't have the trailer.
I mean, you can start with a trailer. I mean, it's a cheaper alternative than getting in with a truck. I mean, you can be in some peculiar spots sometimes trying to maneuver a trailer and backing the trailer out of some spots. I've been on some moves and some locations where I'm like, man, it was hard to get in a truck in. So a trailer is a whole different thing, but it is a cheaper way to get started. So you can do moving with a trailer if you had like a cargo van to pull it, or maybe a pickup truck. Maybe start with like
Yeah,
a 6x12 or a 7x14.
gotcha.
It's a possibility. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess the angle that I'm going to be trying to do is, I know insurance is going to be expensive, and I know that, you got to sit there and let your MC age while you're running that insurance and not really, hitting the road making money. So I figured that, I could still continue working my job, schedule moves for the weekend, stuff like that with the
Hmm.
truck and a box trailer. I can put the truck with commercial insurance, pay a high deductible and let it age. And then also I could go and rent box trucks and get my inspections done like that. And it's just a way to make some extra cash to pay for the insurance while I'm kind of letting that MC age.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're gonna do moving in a pickup truck and a trailer, I wouldn't. You're pretty much running under the table. I wouldn't even put commercial anything on that. If you're gonna come into the truck and you don't, I mean, there's opportunity for you to run loads without just sitting there and letting it age. You just have to either tune in with the right dispatcher, or you're gonna have to find companies. And I got a video on it that of brokers that will work with you with a new authority. All right, you're gonna have to find brokers that are willing to work with you with a new authority. Um, and they're out there. So this whole letting the MC age, you know, I mean, you can do that, but I'm like, you can still be working that truck. You just have to find the brokers that are willing to work with you with the new authority,
All
and they
right,
exist.
I got another question for you then. All right, so
Yep.
right now, I got a job, I'm working. I make 2 grand salary on the road right now. Every week I'm pulling in, right there.
Hmm.
I'm about to have, a chunk of change saved up, enough to probably buy a used box truck, probably private sale, or maybe I could possibly put down and get something financed off the lot. Would you say to jump in that way, or do you think I should save, get my ducks a little bit more in a row, and then, go? Because
You
the
said,
hours and over the road, I ain't scared
mhm.
of. I'll sit out there for a month. I don't really care. I'm a hustler. I ain't been home in 2 months right now. I've been on the road working, so I ain't
Mhm.
worried about that. It's just, is it gonna be, worth it? Is the loads gonna be out there for me to get with a new MC?
I'm gonna be
Should I
honest
just
with
go
you.
ahead and hit the road?
You're making $2,000 a week to your take home, right? Gross, right?
No,
After
that's yeah, that's net.
you're making $2,000 a week net.
No, no, I apologize. I apologize. Yeah, you're right. Gross. Yep.
All right. So how much is your check after your taxes are taken out?
About 17.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You probably not gonna take that type of money home in a box truck.
Mm.
It's a possibility you could, but a lot of box truck owner operators ain't paying themselves 17 properly. They robbing from the sustainability of the business. People that are running box trucks properly paying themselves about $750 a week, $1,000 a week. All right, because you gotta remember, if you let's say you grossing 3,000, 3,500 for that week, you running over the road. 30% of that factor, that's a fuel.
Okay.
Your fixed costs, your insurance, if you got a truck note, your renting, your log, your factoring, your showers, your food, your tolls, if you're paying a dispatcher, and whatever other variable expenses you have, right? All that is factored in, and you got to pay all that before you can pay yourself. And then you have to see, after you pay all that, what's left, then determine how much you can pay yourself, because then you still got to leave money in the kitty for cash flow.
Yep.
So if you after you pay that, let's say that 3,500, let's say, and I'm just using an average number for right now. That's 24,450, and then once you add pretty much everything, that's gonna put you below 1,700.
Yeah. Yeah, probably like
So
15, 16, or close to what I'm making now.
probably lower than that. So let's say 1,500, right? Now you gotta still make sure you got some cash flow. So that means out of that 1,500, how much you gonna pay yourself?
I mean,
Maybe
I'm not,
seven.
see, that's the thing is, for me, I'm looking for more. I want to grow a business. So for me, it's just literally having enough. I don't have any overhead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to build something. That's where I'm at.
All right.
I don't really mind not paying myself too much. I just need to eat at the end of the day, make sure,
Mm-hmm.
I'm taken care of in those kind of aspects, but I'm not out going and partying on the weekend. I ain't doing anything. My number one focus is how can I build something greater than myself, and feed my family in a different kind of way. So,
So first thing you have to do is have to come in with very, very, very low initial cost, right? This is how you're gonna be able to compete out on the load board against your competitors as far as taking loads, no matter what the economical climate is at that current time. Right? If you're willing to delay your gratification, which it sounds like you are willing to do, and stay on the road and pay yourself less so that you can keep more cash flow and build a business up, then go for it. I would definitely come in and try to find a good resourceful truck at a very, very, very economical price. You there?
yeah. Yep, I'm here.
Okay. At a very economical price. Um, and I think that is going to be one of the major components of ensuring your success. Sounds like you don't mind, delaying your gratification. Sounds like you don't mind sitting out on the road because you're on the job that you're on the road already. With the railroad, you said, right? You with the railroad?
No, directional drilling, underground directional
Okay.
drilling.
Okay, so yeah. So yeah, if that's what you're
Yeah,
willing to do,
because
then
here I've pretty much maxed myself out here. I'm at the top of my game on what I'm doing now, and I really can't unless I go out. And the barrier to entry of starting a business in this is a lot higher. Equipment, mini excavators, directional drills. You're talking about hundreds of thousands, not tens of thousands. So
mhm.
that's kind of where I'm at.
How old are you?
But I'm 32, just turned 32 in March.
You married? Kids?
No, I have a fiance, no kids.
Okay. Yeah, so you can definitely do it. You want to build a business, you want to get a multitude of trucks. It's possible. I'm gonna be honest with you, hiring people to drive box trucks is very, very difficult. Very,
Yeah.
very difficult. Getting them and retaining them is even more difficult. It's just a lot of competition, and with the margins, especially over the road, and those trucks, and with the cost of living today, um, it's just difficult retaining drivers in a box truck. It's more difficult um, than in a semi truck, to be honest with you.
Do you have any alternatives, something that might be smarter? I know you always are preaching about, the moving game. You think that might be another alley? I'm not, afraid of hard work either. And I wouldn't mind, putting out the front money to hire guys and stuff like that, starting with one truck.
Well, the margins are definitely better. the earning potential is definitely better. Obviously, you make a lot more money. I think if you are in a situation where you possibly could source a liaison to uh, scout talent for you and communicate with that talent. You said you're in Florida, right?
Yeah,
Or
right now
North
I'm working in
Carolina?
Florida.
But
Yeah, I live
you're
in.
gonna start this business in North Carolina, right? What part of North
Yeah, the
Carolina?
business is already Greensboro, and the business is already started. I have the LLC, EIN, bank account, DUNS number, basically the whole 9 yards of just getting the equipment needed.
What's the population in Greensboro?
I'm not sure to be honest, but it's not bad. That whole triangle area of Raleigh, Greensboro, Durham, it's pretty poppin' area for sure.
But that I hear you on that. But what's the population?
I would probably say a couple 100,000 in Greensboro, another couple 100,000 about an hour and a half away in Riley, and about maybe half that in Durham, about a half hour, 45 minutes away.
Oh, 301,000 in Greensboro. So you would have to do a market analysis to see if a moving company is something that's going to be worth your while starting in that town. You know, Raleigh has 476, Winston-Salem has 251, but all these places are about an hour, hour and a half away from each other, right?
hmm
So you need to see what your competition looks like. Charlotte has 897. Durham has 291. High Point has 115. So I don't know what the different like the the distance is from each other, but you definitely have to do a market analysis to see if that's something that you know you'll be able to start and compete, and if there's enough uh, opportunity there on a local level. Now, I do know from being in the moving business that a lot of people are moving into North Carolina, specifically Charlotte and Raleigh. I moved a lot of people the last 4 or 5 years from Chicago to Raleigh. Um, I guess they're building Raleigh up to be some type of maybe tech town or something. I know they're building Charlotte up, but I moved a lot of people from Chicago to Raleigh. So there's a lot of inbound moves coming into Raleigh. So you want to, if there's something you want to do, you probably want to try to market yourself uh, as far as doing long distance moves, you know, inbound and then outbound. Um, the population is kind of like mid, so it may not be a lot of local opportunities. I don't know what's the ratio from, you know, houses and apartments and people buy properties, how long they stay in them, things of that nature. This is all the research that which you have to do. Household income, mean income, median income, all these things you have to research to determine if it's worth your while starting a moving company in that market. If you're in a bigger market, like one of the big three or the big four, I could just say yeah all day long because people are moving like chicken with their heads cut off. But this is a little bit more, you know, yeah.
Well, what would you think about Florida? Because also another thing that I was thinking, like I said, I don't really have any overhead. I was almost thinking about getting a fifth wheel and just kind of going on the road with my job already. So that was the next thing that I was actually probably going to be doing is buying myself a fifth wheel, so I can literally pop up anywhere in the United States and be on site. And then I don't have any, kind of overhead of spending money on hotels because that's what we tend to do a lot in the business, spending money on hotels and stuff like that while we're on job sites for a few months, drilling in telecommunications or drilling in water lines.
So
So with
so you
that,
want
I mean,
so you want to buy 3,500 is what you're saying?
well, I was gonna get a fifth wheel and maybe, strap it on the back of the truck and then go out and possibly either buy a box truck, or I was gonna buy an enclosed trailer to put on the truck and then start doing moves.
What kind of truck you got now?
It's gonna be a 3500 Ram.
Okay. So you want to put a fifth wheel on there? You want to get a big trailer then?
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a big enclosed trailer if I do it. It's
Like
gonna be,
like what? Like a eight
eight.
by 20? 8 by
Yeah,
20?
that's what I'm probably doing.
See, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I were to move someone in an 8x20, I wouldn't use an 8x20 to do local moves. It's just too big, and it's not like a 26-foot box truck because it's just like a semi truck. Imagine
Hmm.
moving a person in a semi truck. Imagine trying to get down an alley in a semi truck. Imagine trying to move someone that lives on a winding hill in a semi truck. You wouldn't be able to get up there. It's moves that I've been on for people here in the suburbs that live in these winding, these rich people. They live way on these suburbs and they live off these roads, and you
With
got to go up a hill,
gravel
and
driveways
you
and
and you
stuff.
can you can only take the truck so far up. So now imagine trying to get an 8x20 trailer up there, and then you get up there and there's not enough space to turn the thing around and get out. Now you got to try to bag that trailer around. You see what I'm saying? So a 8x20, right? If I were to get an 8x20 to do moving, it would only be specifically for long distance. It would be too tedious to deal with an 8x20 on a fifth wheel to do local moving. That's why when you kept saying fifth wheel, I'm thinking you talking about like a 6x12, 7x14, something you could do with a bumper
No, no.
hitch.
When I'm talking
So
about
you
the
want to do
six,
a go ahead.
when I'm talking about the fifth wheel, I'm talking about like basically a camper to where I can pop up anywhere in the nation and just pop up. So right now, like I said, I'm working in Florida. So when you were talking about, the population and good spots, like hot spots to be doing moves, that made me think of like, well, I've already been thinking about getting a fifth wheel camper, one that's like a gooseneck that hooks on the back of the Ram in the
Hmm.
bed of the truck that I could pull up anywhere, buy a lot, and post up there and start doing moves. Cause like I said, I don't have anything stopping me. I'll go anywhere in the country and work. So,
But how is that going to be beneficial to you? You just popping up doing moves with what crew?
well, I mean, I guess there's, like kind of boards and stuff like that where I can hire laborers. Oh no, I guess I
You
didn't
don't
think
want
about
you
it
don't
like
want you
that.
don't you don't yeah, you got to have a crew. So just because you're just willy-nilly out here, you know what I'm saying? Moving is not something that you can just pop up and say, "Okay, I'm here." But who needs to move? No, you got to have a crew, you know what I'm saying? And then you just don't want to pull people off of Craigslist or a board because you got to understand, you're going into people's homes. You don't know who these people are. You're going to go listen, some of the stuff that when you go into some of these people home, you'll be surprised. You'll flip over a mattress. I flipped over a mattress and it was hundreds and thousands of dollars. You talking about people leave all type of shit around, guns and
Gotcha.
stuff. They'll pack the house up, but then they forgot they got a gun tucked over in here, and you pull it down as a gun. You know what I'm saying? I've come across all types of things. You pulling out a dresser, they've emptied the dresser, but they forgot that they had an envelope with a bunch of money tucked behind the dresser. And this might be a situation where you took the dresser drawer out and you see an envelope fall, and it's a manila envelope full of money. You just want to hire somebody off a board and just don't know
Gotcha.
this person. They could be a thief. You don't know. You
Yeah.
don't want to do that. So moving is something that you're in a market, you're focusing on that market, and that's it. It's not something where you can just pull up and stake your trailer and be a fly by night person until you decide to go to another market. I see where you're going with it. I think it's very, um, uh, uh, very smart. You know, but with this type of business, you kind of got to be a staple in whatever market that you're in order to be successful.
Gotcha. Well, then I guess what I would say is, I could permanently be in Florida. You think that would be a better market?
For moving or just for
Yeah, for moving.
depending on the market. I've had a few people recently ask me about that market. Maybe Orlando, maybe Miami, Tampa. Uh,
I'm right
but
by
you would
Orlando and Tampa. They're both about an hour or so away from me.
but you would still have to do the same market analysis, market research that I told you to do for
Gotcha.
Greensboro.
Okay.
These aren't markets that, like, if you be different, you say, I'm going to New York, I'm going to Jersey, I'm going to Chicago, I'm going to LA. You talking about places where millions and millions of people, yes, every day there's people moving. I can show you on pulling up on blocks. This is the end of the month. This week you'll see 6 or 7 moving trucks on one block. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not in a really populated area, like the 6 or 7 moving trucks and 5 or 6 U-Hauls on the same block, you know. But if you're not in a populated area like that, and there's a lot of houses, you know what I'm saying? More houses than apartment buildings. It's not an area where it's not highly populated. It's not highly dense like that. The volume of moves may not be there to get started, because now you're competing against a lower volume of moves with companies that have been there for generations.
Right.
So um it sounds like OTR isn't something that's hindering you. So I would maybe look into that. If you want to buy a box truck 26 footer, I would save up money, try to get a very, very inexpensive one, and go out there on the road and burn them miles up, and continue to exercise delayed gratification so that you can build your business up, but also understand that building up a box truck business OTR is very difficult, because it's going to require people. And I've been YouTubing for 2 years, and I have yet to find a successful person that has built a fleet of box trucks up with
Well, let me
OTR
ask you
drivers.
another question then. How do you feel about hot shotting?
I've never done it, but I know people that do it. They make a lot of money. It's more work than box trucking, because you got to get out there and strap and unstrap the loads and all different types of elements. But if you're not afraid of that hard work, then it's profitable.
Yeah, I'm not, and that's right up my alley of what, I pull machines on and off of, you know,
If you're gonna have
trucks
a
all day.
35, if you got a 3500, then that's half of the battle right there. Only thing you need is a trailer.
Yeah, go and get, like a 35 plus 5. But then the other thing is I don't have a CDL, and I know it's hard to be profitable without the CDL, really.
You can do a
And
non
so,
CDL hot. You can do a non CDL hot shot.
do you think it's still worth it, without it?
I can't say. You'd have to. I know there's someone on here that watches Nick, but I haven't seen her in a while. She does hot shots. She's profitable. I haven't seen her in a while. Nick, if you watching, maybe you can enlighten this gentleman on it or not. But I've never done hot shotting, so I haven't heard any bad thing about it. It's not something that a lot of people look to get into, because there's that. The thing is anything that's associated with more work nowadays, people don't want to do it. That's why I haven't
Well,
heard anything bad about it, because it's profitable, right? So you got to get out there. It's just like running flatbed in a semi truck. You got to get out there and you got to strap it. I've heard horror stories about people that tried to do it and didn't know what the hell they was doing. And they got out there and they didn't strap the load right. They went one way and the load went the other way. You know what I'm saying? But
well, I got 10 years experience already with, heavy equipment and, chains and binders and load straps. So that's something that's already in my favor. I've been
mhm.
doing that for the last 10 years of my life of pulling equipment off those, 40-foot gooseneck trailers. That's literally what I do for a living and drill with those big pieces of equipment, mini excavators, all that kind of stuff.
But based on everything you said and based on your experience with the job you at, probably hot shot is probably up your alley. Then you already want to get the 3500 to pull the camper. If you're still going to do that, you kind of seem like you're headstrong on this 3500 and a trailer anyway, whether it's an enclosed trailer or not. Maybe the hot shot is the way for you to go. I mean, he's gonna kill all those stones that you keep mentioning: 3500 trailer OTR. So maybe that's your calling, a hot shot.
Do you know what the anything about those trailers? Because that's the one thing I do not know. I know they have a lot of like little intricacies when it comes to the weight and what axle sizes you need and stuff like that in order to not be CDL. You know anything about that?
Yeah, it's just the capacity of the weight that you're pulling, right? So you got to look into that. I've never done hot shot, but there is non CDL hot shot. Obviously, the difference is going to be the weight, right? You there? Yo, hello. You there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but somebody just tried to call me and it kind of.
Yeah. What, you there? Oh, we lost you. Oh, well, you're still there. You good? You kind of hear some static, but all right. So non CDL hot. Oh, you there? You gone? All right. So non CDL hot shot is like non CDL box truck, 26,000 pounds. All right. So, uh, 26,000 pounds. All right. So anything over 26,000 pounds would be require a CDL. So it's same as a box truck. All right. Sorry, someone called me and glitched me out. It's all good, but it's the same as a box truck. 26,000 pounds or under for non-CDL. Great Polo, what's going on?
What up, man?
Good,
I ain't
good.
calling for no questions. I called in to start some shit.
What you mean?
Man, I got
What
a
was that?
story last night. Huh?
Okay. What's your story?
Ah, last night I'm watching Big Vic, and somebody asked him, "Do he think it's cheap freight out there?" Big Vic say, "Yeah." So I question. I say, I asked Big Vic. I say, "What's cheap freight?" So he ignored my question. And I'm sitting there talking shit. Then my wife get to talking shit, talking about I'm trolling him and shit. She talks on you and Mark love trolling him. I say ain't nobody trolling. I said I just asked a legit question. So my daughter come in the room. My daughter say, "Daddy, if anybody want to know answer to anything, we just Google it around here." So I Google it. I asked Google what's cheap freight. Google say, "What's your definition of cheap freight?" My daughter look at me and she started laughing. She say, "It ain't no such thing as cheap freight." So I tell her, I say, "You got to stop watching Mark with me." I say, "You learning too much. You doing too much."
How old is your daughter?
7.
Hey man, starting her early, man.
Then sit there picking up on game. You hear me?
Yeah,
I
that's
say,
good,
I
man.
say, "Dad, you got to stop watching Mark with me. You doing too much." She sitting up there laughing at him and shit. I
That's
know
good,
Kurt
man.
ass watching too. Yeah, I'm finna mess with Kurt too. I know Kurt watching too. You talking about doing apps? I'm out doing apps right now. You talking about 9 to 5? Look, I'm out doing apps right now in my 9 to 5 uniform.
What app you
Stop
running
that
on?
bullshit, Kurt. I'm just doing DoorDash and Roadie right now.
Oh man, you getting it, dog. Hey man, that's the hustle,
Hey,
man.
yeah, Kurt needs to stop that bullshit talking that shit. You need to let these people practice their delayed gratification. Let these people get their money up.
Hey man,
Stop trying
how?
to break motherfuckers down with that bullshit. Hey,
Oh,
Mark,
you talking about that live stream from yesterday?
man, I'm talking about that bullshit. He gonna try to fire some shots at me at the end of the live and shit. He thought I ain't catch it because I was busy, you know what I'm saying? But I caught that shit. I know he watching too. I seen he was in Missouri this morning too. I wanted to jump on and ask him where he was at, but he had the camera facing the other way, so he wasn't reading the comments. But I wanted to get on that boy's head.
Hey man, listen, man. I don't know, man. This whole box truck space is it's man. I don't know, man. It's something else. But yeah, the cheap
Well,
freight thing ain't no such thing as cheap freight, man.
yeah, man, my daughter sitting there laughing at his ass. She looked at me. She say, "Ain't no such thing as cheap freight." I couldn't do shit but to laugh. I'm saying, I'm hollering. I'm like, "You gotta stop watching Mark."
and
You,
that's us
you
today.
making my daughter, you making my daughter a little smart ass with these grown men and shit.
Hey man, she learning, man. Shoot, the earlier she learned, man, by the time she get of age to start a business, she already had the knowledge, man. Everything will fall in line. The information is the key. She
Yeah,
advanced,
it
man. That's
is.
good. She could be listening to some uneducational stuff, man. So if she talking about cheap
Yeah,
freight,
that's
she know
true.
the difference between cheap freight and it don't exist.
Hey,
And for a 7 year old, man, she,
hey, Mark, on my life, that shit was wild. I laughed for like 15 minutes. I couldn't stop laughing, bro. I'm just like, damn, it's crazy. Like, she sit up here and listen to you like that because she be playing on her little tablet while I be watching. I'm like, damn, she sitting up here paying attention like that. Like, man, that shit blew my mind.
that's good, man. That's good, man. She learning, man. That's good. 7 year old could be doing a lot of other different things. So if she's on a tablet and she's honed in on this, something that shouldn't really even be something that she would even probably pick up on, but she's picking up on it and she's memorizing these educational conversations. That's good, man. That's good, man.
Yeah,
That's good. But
yeah, this shit was crazy.
this whole cheap freight debate, it ain't going to never end. You know what I'm saying? So I've come to the realization that hey, some people are going to have a narrative. People are going to believe that. If they want to believe it, God bless them. I'm going to have people that are going to listen to me. You want to believe me? God bless you. If you don't want to listen to me, still God bless you. God bless the people that listen to that narrative that think I'm don't know what I'm talking about because it's cheap freight. Regards to how I explain it, how I break it down, how I give you the history on, you know, deregulation of trucking, don't matter. I put money up to debate people. They don't want to accept the debate. I've done my part. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you're gonna have the haves, you're gonna have the have-nots, you're gonna have people that are educated, and you're gonna have people that are misinformed. We need people that are misinformed. We can't have everybody that's informed because we need those people to be misinformed. We need people to go make mistakes. Everybody can't be on the
Yeah,
have
need
side. We
those
need people
numbers.
to make mistakes. So it's people that prefer people to be misinformed so that they can ultimately, and don't take this the wrong way, fail so that can bring the capacity down so things can possibly get better. So
Shit,
it's all it's
I'm
all
with
a
it. I
part of the
want some of
correction.
that bread too. Soon as they lose, I want to come swoop it up.
Yeah, it's all a part of it's all a part of the correction. It's all the way that you look at it. If you running around saying cheap freight, all you doing is complaining, waiting for a brighter day to come that's not never gonna come. This is the normal. This is norm. So if this is cheap freight and this is the norm, you're waiting for a brighter day that may not even come in your lifetime.
Uh huh.
So
Go ahead, and let them wait.
this is the norm. Find a way to profit around the norm. If people don't get that, they don't understand business. You see what I'm saying? And these are the people that I continue to educate, the people that consume my information to step on those people's necks.
I'm definitely gonna step. And I want to say something to the chat. Not only is ready.
Yeah.
So I'll call right back. I got my son out here with me. He hustling too. But
What up, big dog?
he on the phone. But I want to say something to the chat. Not only don't only take Mark advice on box trucking and business. Just apply that shit to your everyday life too, because it'll get you somewhere too. I started watching Mark. I'm gonna be funny. I started watching Mark 2 years ago, and I ain't got shit. 2 years ago. Nah, I'll just talk shit. But I started watching Mark a year and a half ago, and I started doing what he said. I didn't bump my credit score up from five something. My shit at like 720 now. I'm getting all my shit paid off. I'm getting out of debt. So don't only apply his knowledge to business and box trucking, apply it to life too, because it helps you there. It helps you there too. You know, you can get somewhere with that too. So y'all need to be, taking this free game while it's there. Apply it to your everyday life, not just business, because it's gonna get you somewhere.
I appreciate that, man. I'm glad because you said you didn't like me at first, man.
Nah, man, that ain't had nothing to do with you. I ain't like you, cause shit, that first video, that box truck bumper, man, that motherfucker, I was ready to go out here and fail. Somebody's gonna step on my neck. And shit, you just came with the truth with it. And I'm like, damn. I ain't like you. I ain't like the truth, but I needed to hear it because it saved me for real. Because if it wasn't for that video, man, I'd be fucked right now.
Everything came into fruition after that. We 2 years later, so we can. I know that video was kind of ahead. I broke things down, but everything that I was talking about now, 2 years later, all that shit came into fruition.
In my opinion, it was coming right there. It was just coming slowly because I was paying attention to it, but I didn't know what to really look for. And then that video just put everything into perspective and made things make sense. And it's like, dude, that video just saved me. That's why I ain't like the information. I ain't like the truth because I was ready to go out there and fuck up. Then I seen that. I'm like, this just make a lot of sense, and it answered a lot of my questions that I couldn't get answers from nowhere else. And I didn't know where to start my research. I didn't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? And that video just pointed me in the right direction and answered a lot of questions that I had that nobody else could answer because they was too busy wanting to get in your pockets. They want you to pay them for they want you to pay them for something.
Well, I don't think a lot of information that I was given back then, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think these guys knew it. I think when it comes to my level of content, um, my experience speaks for itself. It's kind of hard. Uh,
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm grabbing
it's
this
it's
food.
kind it's kind of hard to
All right. Right on.
it's kind of hard to forecast if you've never forecast before. If you haven't been in different cycles of trucking because you on the new, it's kind of hard to gauge what's to come if you haven't had longevity in it yet. So that's where my experience plays a
Yeah.
part when I present content in comparison to other people. Kirk is experienced. I think out of the content creation space, and this me and Kirk is the most experienced. Obviously, you see what I'm saying. So it is what it is. But yeah.
Yeah, I say Kirk, he experienced, he got a lot of knowledge, but Kirk be talking a lot of bullshit too. That shit he
Man,
told me talking about just go out there and do it. That was
well,
some bullshit.
well, Kirk is Kirk. But I don't agree with just going out there and do it. I agree with you know uh having a plan. Here's the thing. I heard somebody else say the same shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't hear Kirk say it, but I heard somebody else say it. Um, I don't agree with it. I don't think you should just jump into anything and give it a try. The same person I heard say, man, you know, why go get a second job if the first job ain't working? I thought that was very ignorant. I said I'm gonna
That
stand on that
stupid ass
shit too.
shit Big Vic said. Yeah, that shit
Here's
was
the thing.
dumb.
It's regards to that. Here's the thing. I look at a job. People need to work, and if something is not just because a person has a job, their 9 to 5 is not enough. Doesn't mean it's not working. That just means it's not enough. There's plenty of people out here working 2 and 3 jobs. You working a job, right? And you out doing a second job, right? Because you doing what you got to
Yeah,
do right now. So this is prime example.
yeah,
So for somebody to say that ignorant shit, I just think it's ignorant. If a person is going out doing what they have to do so that they can make ends meet to put food on their table, then that's a responsible individual. For a
yeah, I
person
agree.
to for a person to make fun of that and say, well, if you got one thing and then you go get a second of something that is not. That's ignorant as fuck. You just basically shitting on a person that's going out getting a second job so that they can make ends meet. I think that's the most fucking like that shit. Like it let me down because I don't have an issue with anybody, but for a person I think is that got common sense, I just wouldn't expect someone to say that shit. You know, I just thought that was
Yeah,
ignorant. But you know, you know, I salute anybody that's out here, right? That's in the world that's willing to go above and beyond so that they can make ends meet. If you gotta work a second, a third job, and you're going out and doing it, you face reality, you doing what you gotta do so you can make ends meet. So it is what it is, man. I don't
yeah,
I that shit don't even make sense to me, but it is what it is. But but
yeah. I hear you.
I
That's
salute
what
you. I
it's
salute you.
okay. Yeah, right on. I'm finna get out here though. I just wanted to lead a call in show with that. Hey, 50 says she hit you in the DMs too. Get at her.
All right.
All right, man.
All
Y'all
right.
have a good night.
All right, later.
Uh,
Hello?
Yo,
Well, you gonna
what's
be
up,
my
OG?
last you gonna be my last caller for the night. What up? What up?
Oh yeah, I ain't really got much to say either. I ain't really got no question either. This Justin. I came up on the last call in,
Mm-hmm.
probably like a week ago, or whatever. And remember
Yeah.
you were saying I need to make my mind up, go over the road or do the dedicated. So just showing you, I took your advice. That's where I'm at now. Over the road at a truck stop, and it's already going better for me. So just wanted to tell you thank you for the pep talk. And you ain't gonna eat no food over here, so you ain't gotta worry about that shit. All that shit you were talking, I ain't worried about that. So just
That
want to
wasn't
give you a
shit.
shout out.
That wasn't shit. I'm dead ass serious.
I
You
know you
no
did ass.
Kirk, your boy Kirk said on one of his last streams, he said, I talked to some people from Chicago that know Mark. He say he a bully. Listen, in business, listen, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to
Hmm.
you. Business is cutthroat. So everything that I told you wasn't shit. I was dead ass serious. I was dead serious. If it's got to be me and you and that piece of pie is on the table, I'm coming to get it. And that's how you should think about it. So I wasn't talking shit.
Yeah,
I was dead
nah,
ass serious. Listen to me.
I'm
I
knowing,
was
I'm knowing.
I'm dead serious, fam.
That's
I
what it
gotta get
is,
it.
though.
I
That's what
gotta
it
get it.
is. That's how you gotta be. You right.
All right.
You right.
So it wasn't no talking shit. I mean it. By any means necessary. I'm not
For
coming in
sure.
here. I'm coming in to win.
For sure.
So, so I'm
For
glad
sure.
I turned up on you a little bit because I felt like you needed it. You needed that to go do what you just did.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
you
For
was
sure.
telling me one thing, but your actions was showing something different. You was telling me
Facts.
that you was doing one thing, but you sitting up on a Friday night talking to me. If you wanted to go out and get it, you would have been out that Friday night going and doing what you said you was doing instead of talking to me. So that's why I had to give it to you the way I gave it to you. Pause, no
For sure.
diddy.
Oh, dude, I'm with you.
But you
Nah,
did
for
it
sure.
though.
Yeah.
And
That's
you,
all I
yeah.
want. Yeah. That one come in and tell you though, like I know you be catching slack sometimes, even though I know you don't give a fuck, but
Hey
this more
man,
so for everybody else.
none motherfucker can fuck with me out here, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm already
So
knowing you
so
don't really
it
care
ain't
about
it
that
ain't
shit.
about the slack. It's about a lot of people don't like the truth. The truth sounds hard. When you have an overabundance of people saying shit like, why go get a second job if the first one, if you working one thing and it's not working, why go get a second of something? Like
So,
when people say dumb shit like that, people think that's the smart shit. But what you just basically shitted on is every American that is out here doing what they got to do to survive. But then when I come back and break the shit down, people, oh, dumb shit. So I don't care. I'm here. for the people that got common sense. A lot of people don't got common sense. Common sense ain't so common no more out here.
Nah, for real, you right by that. You really right by that. So
You see
you
what I'm
know,
saying? So it's not I don't think I catch flack. I think what happens is a lot of people don't understand, and people don't like what they don't understand, even if it's the best thing or the best information for them. And that's just period.
nah, you right.
If a person got they shit is better, then hey, I'm willing to have a debate. I love to debate.
Nah, can't nobody really cause you know what you talking about, and you definitely keep it real, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people just need to be grateful that they got like somebody who giving this shit for free. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people you saving them for making some real mistakes. Like I will say, my saving grace is that my bills are low, and that I'm young. But I'm seeing now like this really is, in my opinion, this is a young man's game from the type of sacrifices you got to make. Then also, the amount of bills you can really have to do this shit. Like if your bill's more than 3,000 a month, the same way you telling folk, you might well go do something else. Especially if you making like 5 bands a month. So, but nah, I just want to give you, shout out, cause I'm real like that. You know what I'm feeling? That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to get groomed up to be in your position quicker than you was, type shit. So I'm definitely here for all the lessons. Just wanted to give you a shout out, man. Keep doing what you do. That's all.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
For sure. For
All right,
sure.
man.
For sure. I'm gonna stay
Yep.
updated with you.
All right, later. All right, y'all. So that's been the show for the night. What time is it? 8:53. Gotta go watch the Lakers. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You're talking to the ones who's about right now. I was homeless, man, and I gotta do what I gotta do to survive. Yeah, man. Everything gonna work out in your favor. Or let me make sure. I saw something that I wanted to catch in the chat. Nick Gerd says, everyone stop taking. Every time I say that, Nick Gers says, everyone stop taking cheap freight. No cheap freight. Hey, Nick Gers, explain to me what cheap freight is. What is cheap freight? Because every time we say that, you challenge it. So explain to me what it is. What is cheap freight? Before I get out of here, I'm just curious. I know you're here. So what is it? Can you explain that to me? Can you substantiate this for me, please? Substantiate for me, please. Because what may be cheap to you may not be cheap to the next person. So please explain this to me. I'm curious to know. Hey, y'all, telling a person to don't take what they may think is cheap to them, but it's not cheap to you, it's the dumbest shit in the world. I'm going to explain to you before I leave why. I gave this analogy this morning, but a lot of you guys that are here now weren't here this morning. You have Walmart and you got Target, right? Walmart is cheaper than Target, right? Let's take a product, a 2-liter bottle of Coke, 2-liter bottle of Pepsi. Pick your poison. Walmart sells the bottle of Coca-Cola for, let's say, $2. Target is always higher. They sell it, let's say, for $3. Are you going to stand in the aisle in Walmart like this, blocking everybody from taking the Coke because it's $1 cheaper and say, no, you can't buy Coke here because it's only $2. Go to Target. It's not fair that Target is selling it for $3 and Walmart is selling for $2. Everybody's going to buy it from here and they're not going to buy it from Target. You can't buy Coca-Cola here because it's $2. You would look like a goddamn fool. Somebody would go upside your head, remove you out the way, and they go pick their 2 liters up off the shelf. Is it Walmart's fault that Target has higher expenses? That's why they have a higher price point? No. It's called free enterprise. Walmart's business model and Target's business models are 2 different business models. You go into Walmart, the floors are grungy and gringy and dirty. They got pallets sitting in the middle of the floor. You go into Target, the lights are brighter, the floors are always buffed. It's cleaner. The shelves are always neatly stocked. They make sure they pull all the things. As people buy stuff off the shelf, they got people in every single section. They call them team leads. The team lead for electronics report to the front to get your shop back, your back shop. Health and beauty, you see the person that's working the health and beauty, they're steadily pulling the shit to the front, making sure that everything is nice and neat. They invest into the beautification of the store. You don't see that with Walmart. The people that you see on the floor of Walmart, what are they doing? They're pushing freight. Why are they pushing freight? Because they're pushing volume. Walmart's business model is the reason why you don't see a lot of the big box retailers that you see. So is the Coca-Cola cheap? So if I got a truck and my cost per mile is $1 and the average load is $1.50, and then you got like the guy who was here earlier that's running at $2 a mile. And he's saying, oh, $1.50 is cheap because when I started my box truck business, I heard that you're not supposed to take nothing for less than $2 a mile. If your cost per mile is $2 a mile and you taking loads for $2 a mile, you breaking even. If you think like that. But if you're running around saying everybody's taking loads at $1.50 a mile, you're taking cheap freight because that's what you consider cheap freight because that's what some retard on the internet told you, then you're a retard just like that retard. So is the person whose cost per mile not supposed to take that load for $1.50 because your cost per mile is $2? Listen, and I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Fuck anybody that feels a certain type of way about it because I'm not here for people's feelings. I'm here for people to take information and win. This is a competitive business for the last time. If a person's cost per mile is higher than yours, I don't care about their feelings and the camaraderie and their cost per mile and the fact that if we all stick together, the race, man, fuck all sticking together. Like, I'm not in this for camaraderie. I'm in this to win. Fuck you, your cost per mile, him, his cost per mile, them, their cost per mile. I'm selfish. Business is selfish because the same person that's telling you to do that shit, they quietly behind your back taking them loads. They want you to sit out while they take them. Like, see, y'all don't understand how business works. They telling you one thing and doing another. When you come into business, you're supposed to do what's best for you and your business. If what's best for you and your business, your cost per mile is $1 and you sell low for $1.50, his problem ain't your problem. Because when you have a problem, your problem ain't gonna be his problem. You on the side of the road with a flat tire, they gonna keep whizzing by you. They ain't gonna stop. It might be somebody that might stop to videotape you. But for the most part, most people just gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not stopping for your ass because your problem on the side of the road is not my problem. I got somewhere I gotta be. That's your flat tire. That ain't my flat tire. If you ain't no old lady on the side of the road who look like she in despair, I ain't stopping. And even if I see an old lady on the side of the road coming from where I come from, I'm gonna think twice because it might be a setup. She might be out there so that once I pull over, these guys gonna come out the bushes and bombard me. I'm thinking it's gonna be a setup. That's how I think. I mind my own business. So y'all keep going out there thinking it's camaraderie like y'all playing on a team. This ain't no team sport. This ain't no team sport. Why y'all think this is a team sport? This is every man for themselves. Why y'all think this is a team sport, man? Yeah, we all got to stick together. Man, fuck everybody. Yo, this ain't no team sport. If your name of your company is ABC Logistics Inc. and this company is 123 Logistics Inc. and this company is XYZ Logistics Inc., y'all are three different individuals on three different teams and y'all are all competing to score. This ain't no fucking kumbaya. Why y'all think this is like we all gotta like we are the world or some shit like that? Michael Jackson is dead. Madonna got a fucking droopy BBL. I ain't seen Lionel Richie in years. Like, this ain't no we are the world. This is every man for themselves. Keep thinking it's a team sport. Keep thinking it's a kumbaya. The people that's calling for a kumbaya, I'm telling you what they doing. Everybody gonna do always what's best for them, their business, their family. Period. When people start to realize that, the better off they gonna be. I'm telling you one thing, me and my family, me and my circle, we stick together. We trade information with each other. We make sure each other is straight. We pull each other up. I got my, here I go right here. Go and put your foot there. Boost up. All right, grab me up, pull me up, boost up. I'm hanging over the fence, reaching my arm down, pulling. We pulling our people up. We don't care about people on the other side of that's not a part of our organization. Facts. Those are the only people we helping, the people that's a part of our circle, family, close associates, and friends. Everybody else can get it. I don't want to be no friends in business. I don't want to be no comrades. I don't want to be none of that. You are my competitor. I am coming to destroy you. We are fighting for a customer. Period. Keep listening to these people that talk about this cheap freight. Keep talking about this cheap freight. This is the new norm. The pandemic ain't coming back. It's never coming back. It ain't coming back. Keep waiting on it. Life is going to pass you by. And you still going to be having that same speech. I've been saying it already for a year and a half. And we still here. Well, Mark, FreightWave said that second quarter of 2023, the race is going to get better. I said, no, it ain't. We're going to be like this all year. Damn, you was right. Man, Jerome probably ain't going to cut 3 rate cuts. It ain't looking like we're going to get 3 rate cuts. We're going into May. It ain't looking like 3 rate cuts. You are being groomed without knowing you're being groomed to accept the new norm. You're being groomed and don't even know you're being groomed. Mark, how you know? Because I've been here before. I've seen it happen. I seen it happen with other economic collapse. I'm 44 years old. What I don't understand is why I have peers in this space that don't know this information that misinform people. So here's the thing. You're being groomed to accept the new norm. You don't know you being groomed. Figure out a way to operate your business, your box truck, in the current economy, because this is the economy that you're going to be operating in for the foreseeable future. Period. If you can't survive in this and you're complaining about this, do yourself a favor. Park your truck, leave the key in the visor, clean everything out, and call them people and say, come get this shit. I'm doing a voluntary repo. Now, I'm finna go watch this game. All right? Later.